What's good? What's good? What's good with my family? What's good to the Just Do family? Salute to the TWT family. What's good with it? My bro, first one in the building. Southern T, my brody, what's good with you, bro? Appreciate you for stopping through. And that's my brother Kano right there, Kano Loco Sports. Appreciate you, my bro. How y'all feeling? Appreciate y'all for stopping through. Happy birthday to First Lady Do. Appreciate that, bro, because this is my shirt. Oh, man. Facts, bro. Bro said he got his shirt on today, all right? God damn it. He got his shirt on. All right. Anthony Mark, what's good with it, bro? Appreciate you stopping through. How you feeling? The one fight that Garcia Camp is afraid of. Hey, man, we going to talk about it. We damn sure gonna talk about it. Got to talk about it, man. Got to talk about it. I mean, let's start with it. I mean, got a solid card for the most part. You know what I mean? The main event was what it was. I ain't surprised by the outcome at all. I just don't think Fortuna had much to offer last night. And I get into who is this? Lamont Roach had a good fight last night. Lamont Roach had a really good fight. Angel Rodriguez. That was an underrated fight last night, man. Real good fight. G5, my brother, my bro. What's good with you, bro? How you feeling? Appreciate you for stopping through. Sis, Quee. Appreciate you for sliding through, Queen. How you feeling? How you feeling tonight? I mean, this morning. I said tonight. I'm still thinking my last night. Greed, man. He just ain't had much to offer. So, again, let me talk a little bit. Lamont Roach Jr., for those who know, man, he's a solid fighter. He had a good fight last night. And both fighters only came in there with losing just one time. And I think his performance was very polished, very complete, intelligent performance he put forward, man. And Lamont Roach took the fight pretty much straight to his opponent all night. He had his mind made up now. He's not a known puncher or anything like that, or he's not known to be a pressure fighter. But that last night, he was applying some pressure, man. He had to go get Rodriguez because Rodriguez just wanted to be defensive the whole night. So he spent the whole night moving, and some of it was, I understood some of it, but then a lot of the movement he was doing just was with no purpose. And I think that cost him, to be less effective offensively because he spent too much time moving. Well, if I'm still calling that a hairless cat, my mind hasn't changed. I feel you, sis. We with you. Facts, 5. Roach is a good fighter. And he talked about a lot. I know he got the 1 loss, 1 draw, a couple little hiccups, but again, man, the way he's rebounded since the loss has just been very impressive. Nothing short of impressive, man. Lamont Roach Jr. just continued to impress, man. I can't wait to see him in a more meaningful fight. I think last night was a really good test. You know what I mean? And like I said, everybody can't be world beaters, but you got certain people that's put in place for a reason. And I think, Angel Rodriguez was a real test for Lamont Roach. I just think he passed with flying colors. He did his thing, man. He hurt Rodriguez on a couple of occasions, you know what I'm saying? He won 12-round unanimous decision. Scorecards 116, 112 twice. Then he had 117 and 111. I say that's about right. It was a good fight. Roach and Rocha, both. Yeah, right. Both won. Lexus Rocha had a decent fight too. I mean, it wasn't as entertaining to me as I was more entertained by Lamont Roach fight and his performance, because he had a guy in there that the only thing he wanted to do was be a counter puncher and move. And he took the fight right to him. You know what I'm saying? He brought the fight to him. He did some real good body work. I kept calling for him to continue to use his jab. He was doing that. He was setting up his shots behind his jab. And he was in some cases, he was making the ring smaller for Rodriguez. You know what I mean? By staying on top of him from a pressure standpoint. He stayed on top of him. What's good? What's good? Great fight. Yes, Jose. What's good, bro? Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling? Yeah, we had to revisit, this post-fight. Just give y'all my post-fight thoughts. Give y'all my just due on it, A1 Hoop Zone, what's good with it, my bro? How you feeling? Appreciate you for stopping through. You know what I mean? Yeah, Rocha fought a good fight, but his opponent moved entirely too much. And I expected him to go a little harder. It seemed like he was more motivated for that Blair Cobb fight. It seemed like he really wanted to kick Blair Cobb ass, man. Last night, he was just cool with just, coasting to a decision. Now, I ain't saying he did anything wrong, but I ain't see him really look like he wanted to put a beating on his guy, even though he was, he was doing what he had to do. But I just didn't think that he had that same, he didn't fight with the same intensity, should I say, that he fought Blair Cobbs with. You know what I'm saying? He did. Which one? Who you talking about, T? Rocha. Like, he just didn't look, like he fought Blair way more. Like, he had more in him. Yeah, he didn't look hungry last night. And he looked like he's solid, like a big dude, man. Rocha. He just didn't look like he, like he really wanted to put a hurting on this dude. He just was cool with just beating him up and, coasting to an easy decision because, Luis Alberto Verón didn't offer much last night. And all he did was want to move. And I hate to see a fighter fight round after round after round and don't make no adjustments. To me, that means you mentally checked out halfway, because it's like as a fighter, you're getting touched up. Your game plan ain't working. Your coach has got to be telling you it's not working. And you as a team don't switch anything up, and you continue to lose every round the same way, fighting, doing the same thing, whole bunch of moving, which then is causing you to be less offensive because you're moving so much. So that's already lowering your chances of winning the fight, because for you to win the fight, you have to land punches. And if you're moving as much as he was moving, then you're not throwing punches like he was. And he just wouldn't be first. And it was like the Roach fight and the Alexis Rocha fight, to me, was similar, eerily similar in terms of like stylistically how it played out. You had one fighter trying to push the pace and make the fight, and then they had Alexis Rocha and Roach was both in there with opponents that just wanted to move and counterpunch the whole night. And they didn't, very rarely did you catch their opponents on the front foot in their fights. You know what I'm saying? They were cool with counterpunching. Like I said, you mentally checked out halfway if you content with losing the rounds. You get what I'm saying? And not making no adjustments. To me, that's like you saying you cool with losing as long as you don't get knocked out. And a lot of fighters, it's like a moral victory. Well, at least I ain't getting knocked out. At least I ain't whooped my ass. Now you got beat up and you didn't make no adjustments and it just didn't look good. Roach just wanted a quick bag to stay active. That's what it looked like. He ain't look hungry, bro. He just didn't look hungry. Then what's good? What's good with you, bro? Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling? Anthony, what's good? What's good, Ant? Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling, bro? Seemed like he was coming off an undisclosed health issue, injury. His energy just wasn't there. Something was off. You caught it too. So the family see where I'm coming from. Then with Rocha, he didn't look protect. He looked a little flat in there. Get what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. Is it me or did Rocha look like he was in slightly better shape for Blair Cobb? Or am I reaching? Y'all let me know, because look like he was in better shape for Blair Cobb too, man. He just looked flat in there. My bro Clarence McLean, TWT in the building. Appreciate you for stopping through, my bro. How you feeling? Jersey in the building. We all we got. Dre, what's good, bro? Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling? Yeah, but Rocha, man, Rocha was missing something last night. His intensity just wasn't there. Like I seen him be a lot more intense with Blair Cobb. You know what I'm saying? Tuna is now tuna fish. She been Javier for tuna fish. Yeah. Yeah, that looked like her paycheck fight. Yeah, just to stay busy, stay active, kind of going through the motions. Didn't really look interested being there. I don't know what that was. He was out of shape. He didn't look like he was in the best of shape, man. Alexis Rocha did not look like he was in the best of shape, my people. He just didn't. You know what I mean? His back looked big, but he didn't look chiseled in no way, shape, or form. He just looked like he had a couple weeks to get ready for this fight or something. I don't know. He didn't look in the best of shape to me, we being real. And I think as a result, his intensity lacked. And with given the style of his opponent, dude was only in there to survive and counter punch. And he didn't really care about being first at all in that fight. And like I said, Rocha just coasted to easy 12-round unanimous decision for the most part. Stay busy fighting, free exposure, being on the Garcia card. Yeah, Dre, true. That's a good point. Because, you think they put him in there with somebody we never heard of. Like, you know what I mean? And it's crazy. So is it safe to say that Luis Alberto Verón is better than Blair Cobb? Because he damn sure took Rocha the distance. Feel me, Dre? He took him the distance, Ryan versus Tank in December. Your thoughts, Judge? You already know. We getting to that. We going to get to it. I just wanted to get my quick thoughts on the post-fight, this card real quick before I get into the meat and potatoes. Monica, salute, Queen. Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling? Tank will put Ryan in the dirt, and I agree, sis. Put his ass in the dirt. That's exactly where he going playing with Tank. That's exactly where he going. But yeah, just did not spend too much time on the Rocha. He did his thing. He did win, but he looked very uninterested. There was no sense of urgency in there. He didn't fight with much intensity last night. In spots he did, but it seemed like he was cool with just coasting and winning. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really, even though he had to make the fight and, like I said, his opponent spent the whole fight being defensive and trying to counter and shit like that. And that didn't do him no good. But ultimately, he just didn't look the same. He didn't look the same. His back looked wide. He didn't look chiseled. He didn't look in the best of shape. And maybe that's what it was. They ain't going to tell us that, but we could see it. Something was lacking in that performance last night from Alexis Rocha, because I expected a better fight from him. Definitely. Appreciate you, Monica. Yeah, our family smashed the like button for your boy. We're going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep it right a cooking. If Ryan fights Tank, somebody call 911. Yeah, matter of fact, don't even call 911. Jose had them on standby. Had the paramedics on standby, smelling salt, neck brace, stretcher, gurney, everything. Dog, I'm going to win so much free money off casuals when that Tank Ryan fight happens. Yeah, Dre, man, let me know when you find something, man, because y'all be finding them people that be willing to lose that easy money. Salute to all my people in the building. Y'all smash the like button for your boy. We're going to keep rolling. We're going to keep rocking. Good morning to everybody. Appreciate y'all coming through. We're gonna chop these fights up. And again, I think I was more impressed by Lamont Roach fight and how he handled his handle last night. He fought a very quality, solid opponent. And Angel Rodriguez, although I never heard of dude, he only lost once. So he had a real solid fighter in there that looked like he can box and had some skills. Now, I mean, Lamont Roach just wanted it more, and you could see that from the onset. Like, you could see that from the start of the fight. He wanted it more. My bro, Yoda Wise Crush, salute to my bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling, my bro? Fate was good with you, bro, man. I was sleeping during the fight and woke up disappointed, man. Yeah, man. I know how it be, bro. Broken Adventurer was good with you, bro. Appreciate you stopping through. How you feeling, bro? 5'5" Tank was 5'10" Garcia at 140 is a fight Tank doesn't want. Only way it happens at 140 if Showtime gets 100% rights. I mean, but look, at the same time, should Tank really have to? I don't want to jump real quick because we're gonna get there. But should Tank really have to jump to 140? I mean, he already been there. Should he have to go to 140 for Ryan Garcia? Ryan Garcia is supposed to be a 135 pounder, so that's what we're gonna get into that too. I'm on Cushion Coffee. I got some of this sour kush rolled up myself, my boy. I'm about to light it on up, broski. So go ahead and get that in and kick your feet up and chop it up with your boy. As always, appreciate you, Five. Quee, you know I appreciate you as well. Inbox me in person. Oh, okay. You're talking to Clarence. My brother, Skills from New Orleans. What's good with you, my bro? Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling? Ryan said he wants T.O. No tank. Sounds good, right? Nope. Why fight someone coming off a loss and free promotion about tank, then to add a plan B? Sadly, the plan B is usually next. Yeah, right. Fact, Skills. Because again, saying you want to fight Tank out loud, it sound good, don't it? For the people you get, yeah, Barrios is 5'11", facts, 140. And yeah, he beat him. And I understand you're gonna say Ryan and dude ain't the same. I get all of that. But Tank already fought against those physical dimensions that Ryan Garcia bring. The only difference is Ryan would be definitely one of the fastest fighters Tank fought. And you got some pop, but I don't think it'll be nothing Tank can't handle. Y'all smash the like button for your boy. We're going to keep rolling. The zone is so ass. The commentary team is terrible. Yeah, man, the zone, yeah, their commentary always been bad to me, Dre. Terrible, bro. Yeah, Monica, this sour cut, boy, man, it's been on my ass too, Monica. Man, this sour cut be having me. Woo! Should be hitting different. But yeah, man, Lamont Roach fought a good fight. Real solid fight, complete performance. I'm looking to see what he do next. I think he's an underrated fighter. He got some real skill in there. And like I said, his mentality last night was to go get his man, and he had to go do exactly that because Rodriguez spent the whole night being defensive and never being first and just trying to counterpunch. So it's two negatives. He was never first really in the fight, and he moved a ton. You know what I'm saying? He did some wasteful moving in there. You know what I mean? He kind of depleted his gas tank some. And, with Roach tagging his body and he hurt him a couple times. He just fought a complete fight to me. You know what I mean? Lamont Roach fought a very smart fight, man. I want Tio in there with Ryan so he can just show Ryan what power is. Yeah, Fate, man. He going to learn the hard way. But, yeah, man, so good, both good wins from both Alexis Rocha and Lamont Roach Jr. Roach and Rocha, but Roach Jr. looked more impressive in his fight, and I think he had the better quality, more quality opponent. You know what I mean? He did his thing. Salute to Lamont Roach Jr. Alexis Rocha against Luis Alberto Verón he didn't look that excited to be in there with that guy. He looked like he was going through the motions. He didn't look like he was in the best of shape, and he didn't fight with a lot of intensity, not the way he did in that Blair Cobbs fight. He really was bringing it in that Blair Cobb fight, and he looked like he was in better shape for that fight as well. But that's just my speculation on it. But nonetheless, solid win for Rocha. On to the next for him. On to the next for Lamont Roach Jr. And then, we got that main event, man. We had that main event with, the return of King Ryan Garcia against Javier Fortuna Fish. And, man, I must say this. I'm just due, so I stay true to my name. So I had to at least bring this up or I wouldn't be being true to my name. Ryan Garcia definitely put forth a good performance last night. I'm going to start there. I'm going to start by what he did well. Because I think the fight went 6 rounds. And remember, if y'all was paying attention to what I was saying if Fortuna don't really have much to offer, I said this, and y'all know I'm on record for saying this. I say he got 4 to 6 rounds. I believe if Ryan Garcia gets the knockout, it's going to be between 4 and 6. I say after 6 rounds, which would be the 7th, of course, and on, he start to slow down some. So once he slow down, his technique slip, his punch placement slip, and he's already predictable even when he is fast and sharp. He's predictable in terms of what he wants to do in his combinations that he throw. And then we all know he don't move his head off the line. He fights straight up. He don't really bend at the knees too much. He fights straight up. He already tall, and that chin still be in the air. We didn't get to see that as much because it was like a whirlwind in there. Fortuna really didn't have much to offer, if anything. And the little punches he did throw, it did look like Ryan was worried about his power. And the way he was dipping back and backing straight up, like I always say, that's what he do. Tough at the time. Yeah, that's what Ryan do. That's why he ain't fought Fortuna 2 years ago when he should have fought him. Rocha won 12 round unanimous decision. But he fights tall. Now, I mean, he looked quick, sharp, fast. He didn't get to get past the 6th round to show you where he lacks as a fighter and what he doesn't do well. Like, again, them first 4 to 6 rounds, he's still fresh, he's still strong. So, you know, he able to do his thing in there. But I said after that 6th round, he start to slow down. That back half of the fight, you get to round 7, 8, 9, and you start to see a different fighter. And then you start to see some of those holes in his game get exploited because of the fatigue that start to set in with him being predictable in his combination punches that he like to throw in. You know what I mean? Him just looking for that left hook. We already know what it is, but you have to push the pace with Ryan Garcia. If you let him fight at his pace, yeah, he could sharpshoot you, pick you apart, or pick you off. I ain't gonna say pick you apart because he don't have the kind of offense where I'm looking at him. I feel like he's picking you apart in there. He's not, his IQ is not like that, in my opinion. I feel like he'll pick his shots. You know what I'm saying? He'll catch you here, there, if you're gonna let him fight at his pace. Hello, good people. The life of the chat is here. Thank you all for coming to show love to Just Do. Appreciate you, Lady Do. And again, happy birthday to the queen. You know, don't work too hard and got you when you get home. You know it. Yeah, Fate, you heard me, right, bro? And my bad. Let me speed up a little bit. You heard me. So I said it. He got 4 to 6. If he had something to really offer, he was going to take the fight past 6 rounds. I said that. And I know that might be too general of a prediction, but I'm just too real. It's realistic. It's like the possibilities of Ryan getting that knockouts from 4 to 6. If it goes later than that, then his chances of getting that knockdown decrease. And I thought Fortuna was going to bring more of a fight than what he brought. But against not a top level opponent, Fortuna Fortuna is done. Fortuna is done. Yeah, happy birthday to my queen, Miss Lady Do, man. Backing up in straight lines with chin in the air. Facts, Dre, and we all know, unless he must ready to take his nap because he talking about he gonna whoop Tank ass, and you know he did what he did, dropped Fortuna, got him out of there in 6. Like I said, Fortuna landed a couple shots, nothing really of any note, and Ryan still looked like he had to, you know what I mean? He had a little bit to worry about. It looked like he was fearful of what Fortuna didn't even bring to the fight. You know what I'm saying? D-Ray Promotion, salute my bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling, Brody? Skills from, okay. Remember the dude I told you about, Nick Ball? He won and called out Lee Wood. Hey, let's see it, Fate. Let's see it. Lee Wood had a solid performance against Mick Conlon. I say let's see it. Telling you, Nick coming up. Hey, let's see it. Yeah, so it's the queen's birthday today. Appreciate all y'all showing the queen the birthday love. Ryan, you have to walk him down like David Benavidez does, but I'm on his ass. Yeah, man. Ryan was able to pretty much have his way against Fortuna. Tank is greedier, stronger, hungrier version of Ryan. Unpredictable and able to adapt quicker, man. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's just what it is with Tank. So Tank a whole other thing. You talking about getting in there with Tank after you fought a faded Fortuna. And again, when we say faded, this is no slight to Ryan Garcia. This is just us knowing what we seen. That was a Fortuna well out of his prime. And let's talk about it. This fight was at 140. This is the second fight Ryan had outside of 135. So realistically, is he still a lightweight? And do he really think he get to call the shots and get to call Tank up at 140? Tank do what he want to do. He would be the A side in the equation. I think we all understand that in here. So you don't get the demand where y'all had a fight at. You know damn well when they talked about y'all fighting, it was at 135 and not 140. And I know shit changed, but it ain't going to change because you, Ryan Garcia, can't make 135 no more. Remember, this to all them people that talk shit about Tank who missed weight one time. Now you got this kid. He ain't missing weight, but you know what they do? Instead of when they know he gonna miss weight, instead of letting that be what it is, they cover it up by changing the contracted weight to something higher where it don't look bad on him. So I call bullshit on that. And can this kid really make 135? Because again, he fought his last fight to go was at a contracted weight. If I'm not mistaken, it was 139. They both came in there at 138 and like 3/4 pounds or some shit. Now he moving even in this fight. He moved even further away from 140. He moved, farther away from 135. He moving to 140 now. That's even slightly further away. So it's like, can he make 135? The front runner and fresh in the first 6 rounds, 7 and 12, and flaws start to get exposed. In fact, my bro, and just to add to it, my bro said that last night as well. We was in sync on that in that thought in terms of that thought process with Ryan. That's just what it is. Appreciate all y'all in the building, man. Appreciate all y'all. Danny Garcia, 36-3-0. Benavidez, 27. How you think Garcia will do at 54? Division for the first time. I think he'll do well against Jose Benavidez because Jose Benavidez is a shell of himself, I believe. If that's saying too much, then he's not the same fighter that he once was. In my opinion, he had a draw in his last fight, and he just didn't look good at all. I think Danny could do well against him, but I think he can do well with the low to mid-level fighters at 54 at best. But I think, once he get to that top tier where he expected to be able to compete at and make his money, I think he's gonna struggle, drastically with those top tier dudes at 54 and some of those mid-level guys as well, because they just naturally bigger, stronger. And Danny, just his skill set to me is just not for 54. Him not throwing a lot of punches and shit like that, where these dudes is able to box, move, hit harder, all them things. I think he's gonna struggle. I think he's gonna have some success, but I think he's gonna struggle at some point at 54. Ryan is ducking 135. And let's talk about it, man. So now, salute to Ryan. You did your thing against Fortuna Fish. Fortuna Fish didn't have much to offer. He was out of shape. No wonder we wasn't seeing no videos and no workouts and none of this shit with this dude. It was all pathetic. Salute to Tay Jones for posting that video, because he showed a video where Fortuna Fish looked all fat in the face and looked out of shape. And that was close. That was closer to the fight being to the fight happening. So he just wasn't in the best of shape. I heard he rehydrated to like 156 or something weird like that. That's like 16 pounds off the limit where they was at. So that to me is disgusting, man. So, yes, man, let's get these likes up. My people, come on, man. Y'all smash on that like button for your boy, man. It's free. It's free to Cash App at the bottom of the screen if y'all want to hit that too, man. Let's work, people. We're gonna talk about Jose Benavidez 27-1-1. Is he the same guy who fought Crawford? So if so, then Garcia has this win. Yeah, that's the same guy. That's the same one that fought Crawford. And this is years later and in another division after he didn't look good. Appreciate you, 5. Yeah, y'all smash on that like button for your bro, man. David Benavidez has no law. No, we talking about Jose. Jose. We talking about Jose. We would get better matchups if these fighters begin to believe in themselves. If not, Sam Ryan can beat Tank, but with no confidence, he can. A fight producing fireworks before the inevitable. Facts, man. Facts. They do need more faith in themselves, man. That's it. No ties. He want to his name sounds familiar. Savage Queen, salute Queen. Appreciate you for coming through. My bad. You're talking about Jose Benavidez. Yeah, we're talking about Jose. We're talking about Jose because Danny, she asked about Danny. So she's saying, is that the same one that fought Crawford? Yeah, it's the same one. And this is years later, so he ain't going to be looking too good. We don't need another Canelo fighting fighters off a loss or picking a lesser threat. Now, it's a fact, Scales. We don't need that. We need the best fighting the best. BFTB. Best fighting the best, man. We need that. Salute to BFTB, the grave digger, too. Ryan Garcia fight looked like it was a fix for him. Hey, man, they was friendly. I mean, dude just didn't he didn't try hard enough. I hate to say it, man. It just didn't look good. But all right, for Ryan, it was a showcase fight for you. That looked good. But let's not become prisoners of the moment. He did some things well in there, but against very limited opposition. That's no slight to him. That's just what it is. I mean, Fortuna ain't looked his best in years. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that first round knockout that he had a fight or so ago, like, he looking like a fighter that's at the tail end of his career that's about to hang it up very soon. Like, just pay attention from here on out and see how many more fights Fortuna have at this point, especially if they're going to be even any meaningful fights or if he's going to look good in any fight that he had from this point on. It's crazy. I have first drink. Y'all go ahead and get y'all sip on then. Enjoy it then. Appreciate everybody in the building. Y'all smash the like button for your boy. We're going to keep talking about it. But yeah, man, salute to Ryan. I'm just due. So I had to give him his just due. I wanted to give him his just due first. He did some things well in there. He was fast. He was sharp. He was crisp. Fortunately for him, he handled his business in that 4 to 6 round, time span where his weaknesses weren't able to be exploited just yet because he still was fresh. You know what I'm saying? But I truly do believe he's a front runner. And when the pace is pushed, had that pace been pushed, like if that fight was competitive up into the 6th round and he would have made it out of there, y'all would have seen those weaknesses that I'm talking about get exploited, because Once fatigue start to settle in, his feet already slowing not that good. You see even that. He slow down there more. He slow down with his hand speed just a tick. I mean, he's still fast, but it's not as fast as he is in that first 6 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Then the punch placement already ain't the absolute best. So it's like, then that start to slack. Then the technique start to slack. Then he more hittable. Now he already moves his head off the line less. Now he's more fatigued, so he's sitting more stationary. These are some of the things you would have seen get exploited had he been taken past 6 rounds, in my honest opinion, or had that pace been pushed well enough to a point where they got past the 6th round. You would have seen exactly where he lacked. You would have seen his deficiencies as a fighter get exploited. But because Fortuna came in there, and I urged, and I said this over and over before the fight happened. Y'all know I'm on record saying that, two very, very important things in this fight factors: his mentality, and what kind of physical shape was he going to be in. I couldn't stress that enough. This dude was to come in shape and with the will to win, with the mentality like, I'm not coming in here to be, a showcase opponent for nobody. I'm coming to win. Nah, he didn't. He didn't seize the opportunity. He didn't take advantage of the moment. He didn't take it that serious because he just wasn't in good shape. Then rehydrated up into 156. Look at his body. He looked puffy. He didn't have a cut nowhere. He looked like an old tired fighter. No disrespect to him. He just like he didn't, he didn't try that hard. I'm trying to figure out what Devin fat ass was at the fight when he say he not interested in Ryan. They say one thing and do another, Queen. You know how that go. Wine scales, probably most likely wine. Why is that? I want to see Ryan Garcia be challenged. That's why I don't take his words, because every good fighter he calls out, he don't fight. Other than that, he not that bad. Yeah, that's a fact, Queen. I gave him his just due. Fast, sharp, crisp. But again, that's his money spot. That's his money range. That first half of the fight, yeah, he can do that. Especially if he was allowed to fight at his pace the entire fight for the most part, leading up to the knockout. You get what I'm saying? He wasn't forced to do anything he really didn't want to do. Now, Fortuna landed a couple punches here or there, but that's it. He didn't really do anything to Ryan. Like, he didn't. He just showed up and he got punched on. It just didn't look good for Fortuna. But again, this is not the same Fortuna from years ago. When that fight was first brought up and talked about, if it would have happened then, I think we'd have got a better fight. Not saying that Fortuna would have beat Ryan. We just would have got a better fight. And I'm glad I'm on record for saying the only thing I was wrong about, I said points. He got the knockout. I didn't expect a knockout from Ryan Garcia. I just didn't. Not because he couldn't get the knockout, but I did say this. If he was going to get the knockout, it was going to come between 4 to 6 rounds because he's a front runner. And I said also, if Fortuna had anything real to offer that last night, he would have pushed the pace a little bit. He would have made it past 6 rounds. He'd have made it more of an interesting fight. But I still had him losing on the cards. But, credit to Ryan, he got him out of there, calling now boxing money people trying to set up Tank Garcia to be the next trilogy rivalry. Shit, I doubt if he even get to be a trilogy, because I think once he sleep him that first time, it's going to be dangerous for him. It's going to be dangerous. He gasses out. That's a fact, Jose. When you push him past 6 rounds, he starts to look very ordinary in there. No disrespect to him. His performances lack when he don't knock you out. You know what I'm saying? With this one, he was putting hands at Fortuna. Dropped him with a body shot. Respect to him. He got a nice hook to the body, man. Dude got some pop and some power. He has skill and talent to work with. I just question his hunger and his drive. And although I'm able to give him his credit for this win, I still want to see more. I still want to see more, rightfully so, because this wasn't the right opponent to really bring anything out of him. He was able to have it all his way. It was no adversity he suffered in this fight. It was no real rough moments. It was nothing. It was just him came up, showed what he wanted to do. He was the man in there. Respectfully, he took the fight to Fortuna, let his hands go. He blasted him, got him up out of there in 6. Salute and respect to Ryan Garcia. Good win for him. But in the grand scheme of things, Fortuna is not a major player. Like, they fought at 140. You don't get to pick where you fight Tank at, bro. You're not no A-side of nothing. And if you can't make 135, just say that. Don't start just talking like, I'm going to fight Tank at 40. Yo, you don't get to – don't try to build in no excuse as and the reason already as to why this fight ain't going to happen, because you trying to call the shots. You don't get to call the shots. This ain't no – you're not the A-side in this equation. Tank is. About time you won. Now make the fight happen. Get your tall big ass to 35 so you can get chopped up and stop playing. Stop using his man name. Other than that, you clout chasing Tank again, bro. Big respect, Just Do. Big love from the UK. Salute to the UK, my bro Daryl. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you stopping through. Salute to the whole UK, my bro. Definitely Tank was sleeping facts. And like you playing with Tank. You know, my saying over here is anybody calling out Tank, y'all must be ready for that melatonin nap and that NyQuil bath, because that's what you getting with bro. Bro sleeping shit. And y'all know he is. Y'all know it. Alex Alberto G, what's good, my bro? Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling? Hey, Just Do. What would you advise Jojo Diaz to not get suckered into fighting Ryan at 40? Facts, because I don't think he's a natural 40-pounder. And I believe in if you're going to move up and weight, acclimate to that weight properly before you trying to go in there with the dogs. But I ain't saying Ryan is a dog, but what I am saying is that's not a fight I want to see at a 140. And again, that just brings me to my question. He would never fight him. He knows his limits. Bring me to my question. So is King Ryan lightweight or what? Is he a junior welterweight? Like, what's going on? Is he a super lightweight or a real, like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? Maybe everybody need to update their profiles on bro. Because if he a 140-pounder, then just say that. But you don't get the demand with weight Tank fight. Who the fuck you think you are, bro? You beat Fortuna. You ain't beat nobody to call no shots like that. Dig what I'm saying? He knows his limits. Now it's possible. Yeah, man. NyQuil bath, my brother skills, man. NyQuil bath, you know, melatonin naps. You know what I'm saying? That's what Tank giving out. Melatonin naps and NyQuil baths, man. Y'all gonna stop playing with bro and his IQ and skill levels on another level. I don't care who don't like it. Like, Tank really could fight. The fact that they keep playing with this dude, telling you, you know the saying, go find you something safe to play with. Tank ain't got no safety on them Glocks. You see how he punching on shit, bro. DP, my bro, salute to you. Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling, bro? We caught the fights last night, bro. We here chopping it up, man. And I'm just asking the family, like, so what weight is Ryan Garcia, bro? Like, is he a 40-pounder or a 35-pounder? Because if you at 40, I mean, it's a whole slew of people that you can get your ass in there with. You get what I'm saying? If you at 40, you got to accept everything that come with 40. That mean the Regis Progrades, the Gary Antoine Russells. I mean, you even got Tiafimo in there, man. That's what we got going on. So if you at 40, just say that. Other than that, get your big ass in the gym, make the weight, get the 35, get your ass on the scale, sign a contract with Tank, get your ass in the ring, and go ahead and take your NyQuil nap, your NyQuil bath, bro. Melatonin dreams, bro. Sweet dreams, Ryan Garcia. Sweet dreams, bro. I'm not switching that up. Next fight should be, my bad, yeah, Tank, because he keep using his name. Ain't no more of this. We cannot stretch this out for another year with him saying Tank name. That shit is corny. It's borderline weird. It seemed like some jealousy, some envy, or it's just a weird obsession. Or you just a Tank fan and you don't want to admit it, bro. Just admit it you like Tank, yo, because it's cool. I like Tank. Just say it. Say it out loud, man. It'll do you better. Just keep it real with yourself. Say, yo, I'm a fan of Gervonta Tank Davis. And, you know, I like everything that's going to come with the idea of me beating him. That's why I fantasize every time I'm in the ring about fighting Gervonta Tank Davis. Just keep it real, bro. Good, DP. What you think, bro? Ryan is a junior welterweight now. Ryan Garcia versus Josh Taylor is a possibility now. You know what else is a possibility, Alex? Being that he want to play around at 140. See, you're playing 140 and 135 ain't nothing to play with. So pick your poison, because you got some killers at 40, bro. Since you want to play around. Not only Josh Taylor, he got a fight coming up. I got some names for your ass. You got Matias up there. You got some people that'll oblige you that's probably licking their chops right now after what they seen last night. So Eric, salute, my bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling? I was saying the same thing. How you gonna call a shot on Tank? Talk about some 140 like if you done something. That's what I'm saying. Like, you ain't calling no shots, bro. You ain't calling no shots. He's a fluctuate. Yeah, man. Facts. Garcia versus Tank is a beautiful fight. Facts, Daryl. Like, get your behind in there with him, man. Get your ass in there with Tank. Tank will knock them out easy. I'm telling you. NyQuil, naps, melatonin dreams, melatonin movies you're going to be having. You're going to be sleep long enough to play a movie back in your head with Tank. Ryan's a complete weirdo. He's been calling out Tank's name yet, putting a stipulation on a fight 140 or nothing. And how do he? And again, so let's call a spade a spade. Teach, salute, bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. All right, yeah, man. So is him saying the fight is gonna happen at 40? Is that a way to try to build in another excuse or reason why this fight don't take place? Because he don't call the shots. Like let's call it what it is. Let's strip this shit right down. Let's stop this shit right before it take off. So you trying to tell me that he get to call the shots and he get to say the fight is at 40? Jay Gibson, salute, bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling, bro? Yes, sir. Salute to the whole TWT family, the whole winning team. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all smash the like button. If y'all ain't subscribe to the channel. Let's rock out, man. Y'all smash on that like button for your boy. Yeah, man. Is it safe to say that he's trying to build an excuse or a reason not to fight Tank already? We gonna call a play out. You know the TWT fan. We call shit out a little bit before it happens from time to time, man. We known to do it. We known to know a thing or two about a thing or two. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's safe to say it's a chance that he trying to build in the excuse already not to fight you. Don't call no shots. You know you're supposed to be at 35. Why did you fight these last two fights outside of 35? Out of nowhere, are you secretly trying to tell us that you're ready for 140? Like, is that what you on? Because you don't call shots. And if this fight don't happen at 35, then it ain't going to happen next. I don't know who you think you is. Beating Fortuna don't give you the rights to start calling no type of shots. You know that's not what's going on in that fight, bro. And not to mention, ain't like I worry if Tank was to fight him at 140. I think he's sleeping regardless of what weight it's at, to be honest with you. Tank has Michelle Rivera, Isaac Cruz, Frank Martin, and Rayo Venezuela at 135 in PBC. Gervonta doesn't need Ryan, and that's a fact, bro. So I know, Ryan, I know you just got a knockout win. I know that was a little high for you. So I know you kind of floating on cloud 9. You know what I'm saying? You still ain't as high as I be sometimes back here, but whatever. You know, you on cloud 9 or whatever, but come back down to reality. When you come back down to reality, make sure you come back down to 35 too. Make sure when you come back down from cloud 9 to cloud 9 that you on, you come back down to reality with it. You know what I'm saying? Come back down to reality and come back down to 35 while you at it. So hopefully when he come back from cloud 9, that's where he take his ass. Bring your ass from cloud 9 back to 135 where you belong. Go train. Go do all the shit you say you're going to do. So get ready to take the nap of your life. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Like, I'm not switching that up. Do I think he can have moments and shit like that? Yeah, because he has some skill to work with. You know what I mean? As long as he fight back. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a fucking NyQuil nap and a melatonin movie for in the near future for him. He getting there with Tank. Listen to Ryan specifically during the broadcast. The fight is at 140 because of Fortuna. Yeah, and just to touch on that, Teach, I wouldn't think he was capping about that. Reason why I would give him some credit for that, or I would think that's kind of valid because we seen how Fortuna looked. He just didn't look like in good shape at all, and that's half of competing. You cannot get in no fight, you compete in a sport, especially a combat sport, that you can't play and you're not in the best shape possible for that event. And that's no slight to Ryan. Ryan did what he was supposed to do. Fortuna didn't. And as a result, he rehydrated to what I believe they said 156 or something like that. So come on, the dude was damn near middleweight in there and got blasted out still. They said Ryan rehydrated to about 148 or something like that. Ryan's camp also Jerk's bringing up the recovery from his right hand surgery, possible future excuse. You know it, bro. Mr. Giggle, salute, bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling? Ryan has crushing power. Ryan has some good power. He definitely has good power. But if we talking about power, you know who the man is in terms of power in them smaller weight classes. From 140 on down, that's Tank for me. Tank got that sleeping pills in his gloves for real. Like I said, melatonin, movies, and NyQuil naps, man. Now Ryan is saying you're 140 pounder. Now good shit, Teach, because that's what I hear. That's what I'm starting to hear. So if you're 140 pounder, you are 140 pounder. There's some people at 140 for you, dog. There's some people that's there. Now, you know what I'm saying? Matt Ryan, trust me when I tell you, it's too big to be 135. Nah, I could agree to that. I don't think that sounds crazy, but again, that's why that was my question. Is he still a lightweight? And if he moved up to 40, he needs some type of official announcement, because there's plenty of fights at 40 for this kid. You dig what I'm saying? There's plenty of fights for him at 140. He could take his ass right there and get plenty of smoke. Plenty of smoke, my people. It's plenty of smoke for him to get at 40. Plenty. Excuse me, but something just passed my eyes. Is Rolly Romero calling out Spence, saying he's going to F Spence up? Is this a joke now? Rolly don't want to win no more. Rolly must be trying to really retire or something, because playing with Spence, that's what you're gonna get, bro. You're gonna get yourself hurt playing with Spence. I'm telling you, you're gonna get your career ended. That's not who you play with. Like, again, you can't play boxing, so him fighting Spence at this point will be him playing with his life and his career, and we all know how that's gonna end up. You can't play boxing. Spence will completely annihilate Rolly. He will break him down, beat him up worse than he ever been beat up in his life. Tank has that uppercut. Yeah, that uppercut damn near decapitates you. You know what I'm saying? That'll punch your head off his shoulders. And get my whole statement across. Ryan is capping. If he's saying it's because of Fortuna, it means he has no problem making 135. Then at the end of the fight, he's basically saying, yeah, facts, Teach. I'm with you. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, he can't make 135 anymore. And that's what I'm saying. If he can't, then he just need to say that. You get what I'm saying? If you can't make 135 no more, then I think it's safe to say you might need to stop cloud chasing Tank too. I mean, what you trying to do? Because there's some killers at 140 for you, so let's not play. If you're going to be at 140, just say that, bro. Just say that. But you don't get to call no shots in this Tank fight. And I don't want to hear Tank duck if he don't jump up to 40 and fight him because he fought at 40. It's not no duck. He had 35 for a reason. He took that fight up there and went back down to 35. So don't tell me he's ducking. Because if he wanted to stay at 40, he could. If he wanted to stay there and compete, he could. Ryan has superior speed with deadly accuracy. It still may not be enough. And you know why? Because I know Tank going to push that fight. He going to push that fight past them rounds where he going to be able to exploit. Contradictory facts, Teach. He gonna be able to exploit them weaknesses, you know what I'm saying? And Ryan Garcia, because he ain't getting knocked out in 6. You could guarantee that. And all that overcommitting to his power that Ryan Garcia like to do. And remember, when he throwing punches like that, dude be closing his eyes and shit. I'm telling you, your eyes gonna be closed for real. The next time you be opening them bitches, you gonna be staring at the ceiling of the arena or something. I'm telling you. You could look at Fortuna's stomach and all around her body and tell he just wanted to check. That's why those body shots was killing him. Facts, bro. He didn't train. And again, that's no slight to Ryan. That's not taking nothing from Ryan. That's just assessing the fight fairly. Fortuna did not do himself no favor by coming in there not in good shape. He was not in shape. He was not. I said this all I was speaking on. I was saying the two main factors to making this fight a good fight. Fortuna being mentally prepared, like wanting to come to win and not just be an opponent, and him being physically in shape. If he had those two things checked off, we would have seen a decent fight. You would have seen Ryan get challenged to some degree. You would have seen some of the weaknesses get exploited. Some of the holes in his game would have been on Front Street. But because, Fortuna didn't come in shape and he didn't come mentally to win, he didn't check neither of the boxes. He already was behind the 8 ball. He's fighting a dude 10 years younger than him, a rising star, younger, faster, stronger. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna pass on the fight. Pay-per-view numbers would be too big. Yeah, I think they're gonna make it. They have to make it happen. But again, I don't think it happens at 40. If it happens, that's the question. That's why I'm like, is Ryan a lightweight? And is his fight next at 135 or 40? Now I say 35 because we all know who called the shots. Ryan has serious speed, but Tank just as fast or faster, has more power when it comes to accurate power shots, in my opinion. Facts, man. Facts. Tank, like, you have to adjust your height. You got some speed and some power, but he'll be ready for that. You won't just be able to blast through Tank. I could guarantee that. Yeah, historically, Tank destroys much taller fighters. Facts. Did he see what he did to Barrios? Barrios about 5'11" out this mug. You know what I'm saying? 5'10", 5'11", one of them. He tall as hell. I mean, so you seen what Tank did to him once he adjusted. Once he adjusted the bro, he broke him down and got him out of there. You know what I'm saying? And That's why I don't feel like that height and reach, but not even a reach, because Ryan's arms ain't particularly too long either, but he's tall. And he keep his chin in the air and he fight tall, but not in a good way. I just hope this Tank and Ryan fight happens. I really want to see Tank stop him. Me too, Teach. Me too. And again, he been using Tank name for what, about 5-6 years? At this point, it ain't even realistic. Don't try to make no other fight. You keep clout chasing this man's name. Now you have to fight him. You handled your business. He handled his. I got knockouts. I'm saying now it's time for you to get in there. What's your thoughts on Goosey training Ryan? I always think like this when it comes to trainers. If the person that's training you first and foremost truly care about you, that's a plus. If they truly believe in you, that's another plus. You know what I'm saying? If you truly can learn from them, that's another box that you check off. You get what I'm saying? If they're able to, if their voice resonates with that fighter to where they're able to get the most out of that fighter, then I say all those things are good. But the only thing about Joe Goose and that like a raise my eyebrows, him talking about he think he can go the rest of his career undefeated, think he can retire undefeated. I think that was a stretch. I think that was him just being a prisoner of the moment. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't even had one fight together at the time. And already you talking about you think this dude could retire undefeated. I thought that was bogus. And I thought that was laying it on a little thick, like in terms of you wanting to show people how confident you are in Ryan Garcia. He has to take accountability for running his mouth for sure. Facts teach, and we got to hold him accountable. You can't keep. We don't want this sport to be like WWE now. All this clout chasing shit. Like, nah, if you want to fight Tank, there is a way to make that happen so we all can see the fight that we will pay money to see. Because I pay money to see Tank punch Ryan in his face. Sorry, not sorry, really. You know what I'm saying? I would pay for that fight. Olsen look like a whole douche. His hairstyle, the way he dresses it. Them jean jacket suits be blowing my shit too, Teach. I'm on his ass. Them jean jacket suits. What's up with Ryan running around with big ass chains now? You know what I'm saying? Got that big ass charm. He looked out of place with that chain. Is it me? You do what you want with your money. It ain't about his money. He spend his money how he want, but he just look out of place with that chain. Like you ever see somebody you just feel like something ain't they style? That's pretty much the case when I see him with that chain. Big ass charm on. I'm like, he look like he out of place. Like he trying to compensate for some shit. But nonetheless, he had a good performance against Fortuna. But again, is this fight going to take place at 140 or 135? And I say 135 because Tank calls shots. You don't get to tell him where he fight at. And did y'all see the tweet with Tank saying, see y'all at the end of the year? Dig what I'm saying? So that's even more confirmation that they trying to make that fight next, which is something I want to see. Not worried about Ryan's power, which is clearly formidable. It's those lightning super fast hands that may pose somewhat of an issue. Yeah. I mean, hand speed is real. But I say this. For certain, it's always levels in boxing, and you already know that, my brother Skills. So I say with Tank's IQ and his ability to capitalize off mistakes and pick up on patterns, Ryan is somewhat predictable even when he is fast. And I think Tank will understand, unlike Fortuna, that he would have to punch sometimes when Ryan is punching. Catch him in between them fast-ass hands that we know he got, that he think his hand speed is so superior. Catch him in between them shots and put his lights out. And who else was super fucking fast that we know of? Arguably one that has some of the fastest hands in boxing. Amir Khan, right? He was naturally probably the faster guy in all his fights. You get what I'm saying? But how did Danny Garcia catch Amir Khan? When Amir Khan was ripping his ass them first few rounds. Danny finally did what? Caught on to the timing, because Amir Khan also can be predictable with his counter punching. And you can time his ass in between shots as fast as he is. You can catch him in between shots and put his lights out. And I think Tank has the skill set and the IQ to be able to understand first and foremost that Ryan Garcia is fast with some good power. You know what I'm saying? Both of those things are true. I think those are his best two attributes, in my opinion, his hand speed and his power. But I think Tank has the wherewithal and the IQ to understand how to take that away from him and what to do, how to deal with that. Now, given he probably never seen nobody with the combination of speed and power that Ryan got, But Ryan ain't never been in there with a complete fighter like Tank that could put your lights out with any shot. Agree, they couldn't even get it off during their way in. Telling you, bro. Man, that boy Ryan look hella zesty. His brother do too. Sean Garcia. See, looking hella, he give me stud vibes. Who else is killing the body like Ryan right now? 35. No, Ryan do some good shots to the body, Mr. Giggles. He throw some good shots to the body, bro. I don't want to seem like don't ever think that I'm bashing, because I definitely gave him his just due when I broke down, the fight with him and Fortuna and what he did well. And again, his flaws don't start getting exposed until after the 6th round, in my opinion, because to me, he's more of a front runner. In that first part of the fight, he's extremely explosive. He can be fast as hell, powerful. You know what I'm saying? But once you take some of the air out them tires, you start to see where he lacked. His neck is tiny. Those chains do look off. Something's up with them chains do look off. Tank end of the year versus Michelle Rivera. Maybe that's what he was tweeting. Either or, man. I watch either of those fights, but I really wanted to be Ryan because he keep mentioning Tank name. If he did his fights without mentioning Tank, I wouldn't even be caring if they fought right now or not. But the fact that he can't stop his obsession with Tank has just continued to grow and grow. It's time for him to go ahead and take that nap, man. And then when you wake up, admit to the world how you just a fan of this man, and everything will be forgiven. We'll get it. T20, salute, my bro. Appreciate you stopping through. How you feeling? Tank versus Ryan can't be next with the way boxing has been milking and marinating fights. Yeah, T20, I get you. But hopefully, because they sounded like, Ryan, he tweeted, see you at the end of the year. And I don't know if that means Michelle Rivera, but I mean, Ryan's lawyer did say he gonna knock Fortuna out early. He said Ryan was in the best shape of his life. He did get him out of there. 6 rounds is kind of early to me. I mean, didn't even really get to the midway through the fight. You know what I mean? So did get him out of there. He said the negotiations will begin as soon as he get done with Fortuna. So I'm going off what the lawyers say, and hopefully that's where they going. Ryan is the new Chin Khan. I'm telling you. Just look at the way he fighting punches. He can be timed because he does the same thing every time, man. See what my bro Jose just said? Now, what did y'all just hear just saying? Predictable, right? Y'all heard me say he's predictable with his combinations. What Jose just said. He does the same thing every time. Ain't that the same thing? Predictable. This is what I'm saying. And we all know if you are predictable against Tank, I don't care if you think his defense ain't good, whatever you think, he's smart in there. And if you're doing the same thing over and over, he's going to time you. It's only a matter of time. He will time you and he will put you out. Just I got to make it seem a little dangerous. Yeah, you know. I feel you, Brody. What about Rocha? Did you talk about him? Yeah, we could talk about it, though. Because, all conversations on deck with the fan. You probably wasn't there when I was talking about Rocha. Rocha had a solid fight. He didn't look like he was in the best of shape either. His back looked real wide, but he didn't look particularly chiseled up. And he didn't look interested in being there. He looked like he was just cool with coasting. Like, he was aggressive in spots, but ultimately he just didn't look very interested in the fight last night. Just like he just was going through the motions and, winning, but just he didn't look intense like he did against Blair Cobb. Like, he looked more intense against Blair Cobb than me. And I know it's different fighters, but you get what I'm saying. I'm just saying in terms of intensity, not in styles and how he approached the fight so much. It's just his intensity was lacking for me in there to see Ryan get dropped. Again, yeah, facts, Jay. I want to see him take the NyQuil nap that he been asking for. It ain't just me. He asking for it. He keeps saying Tank. Now, you don't get to call what way it happened at, but you do get to get in there and get your nap. How everybody else, you can get your turn to get. I know we understand that you sleepy and you've been having some trouble sleeping. We get that. So you already know, right, what the doctor ordered. You know what I'm saying? You told your doc you've been having some trouble sleeping. And instead of prescribing you some medication, he says, you know what? I got something better. Won't you get in there with Gervonta Tank Davis at 135? We'll bet you'll get the best sleep you had in years. And that's just what it is. That's where I'm at with it. I feel like Rocha. I feel like he has the boxing ability, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah, Rocha was solid. He did his thing. He won, convincingly, unanimously. Like, You know, dude just didn't offer, his opponent didn't offer a whole lot either, but it's just Roach just seemed like he lacked the intensity. Like he just was kind of bored in there, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like he could have did more if he really wanted to. Yeah, lady, dude, you know what I always say. You be here, wait with me when I be cutting up. You know Ryan ready for his NyQuil nap, man. You ready for that melatonin movie that's going to play in his head for the moments while he sleep. Melatonin movie, NyQuil naps, man. James Lee, salute. Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling, bro? Mr. Goog's not fighting at 35. His last two fights were at 40. Out 139 and now 140. And that's what I said earlier. He's moving further away from 35, which is lightweight. And is he trying to secretly tell us something? Is this dude a 40-pounder now? Because if so, then you got a lot more than just Tank to worry about if you're going to be competing at 140. That's what I'm saying. And unless Tank had plans to really compete at 140 and stay there, I don't see no reason why he should jump up there again to fight you. Like, you don't get to call any shots. Take the nap Tank give you, and that's it. That is it. Take the nap Tank gonna give you, and that's it. Yeah, he's not going down. And that's why I asked the question. That's why I asked the question. Is this dude still a lightweight, family? What y'all think? Y'all smash the like button for your bro if you haven't, man. Y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Appreciate everybody in the building. Salute to everybody in the building. Got some decent fights last night. Ryan Garcia did his thing. But again, just right on cue, just like I expected. He went to talk about Tank Davis again. And we all know it sound good. Saying I want to fight Tank out loud is like the popular thing to say. But doing it is the rare thing. Doing it, actually going through the steps and the procedures to actually make that fight happen is something that people don't do. They do a lot of, and again, that's why it comes off as clout chasing. You sit here and talk about, you've been doing this shit for years. You sit here and talk about how you want to fight somebody for years, but then you don't make one step towards actually making that fight happen outside of just saying it, where people could hear it and you could get praised for somebody saying, oh, he want to fight Tank. Do he really? And again, not if you're trying to demand shit at 40. That's a way for you to build the excuse in, so you could try to fool the people and to think, all right, well, at least he was at 40, so if he turned it down, he ducking. No, he at 35, and you know that, bro. And y'all never discuss y'all fighting at 140. I'm not saying shit can't change, but when they do change, you won't be the one that change them because you are not the A side. And I hate to even get into the A side, B side, because Tank even tell you out his own mouth. He don't even care about that himself. But when it comes to this particular fight, you do not get to call no shots. The only thing you get to do is sign that contract, get in there and take the nap that Tank got for you. That's it, man. Stop playing. Stop clout chasing. Stop calling his name after every win. Stop calling his name after every time he sleeps somebody. You claim he won't do it to you. Get your ass in there at 135. You don't get to call no shots. I'm going to keep saying it. Just because you outgrew the weight class, are you not disciplined enough to make 35? And remember how people be talking crazy about Tank for not making shit? Not missing weight once. Now there's 2 fights in a row. Now they ain't allow him to miss weight, but they changed the contracted weight so he can make it, so it probably don't look bad on him. Then he subtly, without announcing, I'm at 140. Tank, you got to fight me, man. Jim May, salute, bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling, my bro? Said belts don't matter because he knows he can't make the lightweight division. He even said he hated cutting weight for 139. Crazy, yeah. Yeah, facts, facts, bro. Facts. Cook, you already know, my bro. Appreciate you for hanging through with me as always. G5, my brother. Timothy Mays. Conor Ben, what weight class he's in? The dude, he's in trouble. Weight class he's in. That dude is in trouble. Conor Ben at 47. He really wants to fight Tank. Wow, you win, you become instant superstar. You can't get that with anyone else. Yeah, but again, it sound good, Mr. Giggles, when you say it out loud. That's the cool thing to say. But when you really get into it and the meat and potatoes of it, and we really hold him accountable to, we hold him to what he's saying. Again, he's saying he want to fight Tank, right? So us as spectators and supporters of the sport, fans of the sport, we demand that he take the proper procedures to making this fight happen. He take the necessary steps to making this fight happen. Not just say out loud you want to fight him, because that's clout chasing. If you don't actually try to make the fight, then it's clout chasing. Kind of been a welterweight. True facts, bait. The sad part about it is we wanted all those guys to fight at 135. We only got one fight. That's Teal and Loma. They're all going to move to 140 and do the same thing all over. Talking soft touches. Hey, teach. Hey, man, that's good thinking, bro. That's a possibility. And avoiding each other. Kurt, salute, my bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling, bro? Yeah, that's a possibility. But let's just hope they don't do this. And in this case, it's nothing personal against Ryan. But again, you said you ready for a nap, right? Oh, my bad. He ain't say he ready for a nap. He said he want to fight Tank. But, you know, that's how I interpret that nowadays. Especially with his skill set. He can do some things well. Don't get me wrong. But I think ultimately sleep will be on the menu. Whether he want to go to sleep or not. Whether he tired or not. A nap against his will is a high possibility when he get in there with Tank. That's all I'm saying. Teal versus Camp, prime example. Facts, teach. Did all that talking. The Arnold Barbozas, the Jose Zepedas, seen all these different names they mix it up with, and then he get in there with Pedro Campa. Exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what we talking about, teach. If you win. Facts. That's why I feel Dev clout chasing. He keeps saying he's able to take any fight, but not willing to say fuck the Campbell fight and tell Tank to send the contract. Yeah, it's a little confusing and misleading because he's saying he don't know who it's against, but it's like, when are you going to know? Like, when is it going to make sense? Because at some point, they got to let you know who you fighting, right? It's just not about to be like a surprise. You get what I'm trying to say? It shouldn't be a surprise. Appreciate you, Javier. Y'all smash the like button for me if you haven't, man. We're going to keep cooking. We're going to keep chopping it up, man. All conversations on deck regarding the fights last night and any possible future fights that's coming up, my people. Appreciate all y'all in the building. Y'all smash on the like button for me, and we're going to keep cooking.
Okay.
He's never going to fight Tank. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay, baby boy. Yeah, my thing is then again, like, when we're gonna have to hold him accountable for all this calling out, all this clout chasing that he been doing, and we on his ass, and rightfully so. And this is nothing personal. Notice these are not personal attacks. This is all within the sport of boxing. We just want to see people do the shit they say they're gonna do. One thing we all could appreciate, EJ4, I know at least somebody like me, he does the things he say he gonna do and still receives unfair criticism for it, but that's another story. Nowadays in the sport of boxing, with all the bullshit going on and all the name calling and not really making the fights happen, all this clout chasing, we just want to hold people accountable. You know what I'm saying? One thing I'm big over here on my channel is self-accountability. You know what I'm saying? And you keep saying you want to fight somebody, so now, all right, it sounds cool for the 100th time that you call Tank out. But now, are you realistically going to go through the proper channels and procedures to get this fight done for us? Or are you going to just keep calling his name until people get extra sick of it? These days pass by without making a decision. Yeah, man. After this Cambosis BS out the way, then who next? I think they're going to slip Loma in there, bro. Jay, I think if Cambosis is next, like I got a sneaky suspicion because, I mean, if the man activated his rematch clause and it's already in the contract, I mean, 1 + 1 is 2. Like, I don't, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, why are they duping? And that's the part that right there. Let's stick on that for a second. That is the part that's frustrating and not transparent when it comes to the fans. The message. If he activated his rematch clause publicly, and we already know that it was already written up. The rematch clause is a one-way thing. If you beat him, you have to take your ass back there and do it again. Why are you? Your pops is making this like, in the words of Senior from the Rise podcast, salute to the Rise podcast. He said, you know, Bill Haney was doing his mixtape tour. Why are you alluding to that y'all will fight anybody and y'all can do this and y'all not obligated to fight Cambosis? But the guy activated his rematch clause. So it's like, what are we talking about? Who his rematch clause to fight who? If he's gonna have a rematch, it's gonna be Devin Haney. So it's like, why? If y'all really gonna fight Cambosis, why y'all doing all this? I'm gonna fight Tank, or we could fight anybody else. No, we understand that you will fight anybody else. At least I'll give y'all the benefit of the doubt, and I say Devin Haney is stepping there with anybody. I don't think he should. But who are you actually in all actuality? What's next and who's next? That's the part that get muddy over with the fans. Like it's not clear there. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, it look like it's Cambosis. Because like I said, If he publicly activated the rematch clause, who is he going to rematch? It's Devin Haney. So that takes everybody else. It don't matter who it is, Tank, whoever, anybody. It takes all of those other people off the board. At least that contract is fulfilled. At least that end of it. Now, it could be a ton of speculation as who could be the third fight. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know it won't be Kambosos a third time. Because we all know what it is, man. Dad's going to go back over there and beat that boy up again. Kambosos is going to get another payday, and he's going to return to irrelevancy. And boxing world going to move on. You know what I'm saying? He will be a non-factor. I think they're going to slip Loma in there. Haney and Loma would not happen to me. You mean, Jim, you mean like next? I don't think it will next, because again, I'm gonna just go off of what seemed like it make the most logical sense. If he activated a rematch clause, then I mean he on board. Regardless, I mean everything else outside of them talking about him fighting Kambosos is like smoke and mirrors. It's like, or it's, at least it feels misleading. I'm gonna say that, because stranger things have happened, but at some point they're gonna have to let you know who you fighting. They're gonna have to announce a fight. This can't go on forever all the way until October. You get what I'm saying? So at some point they're gonna have to announce who you fighting. After Loma, got to be Tank. Hey man, I'm with it, Jay. You saying after Cam, you don't think it'd be Loma, Jim? The reason I was thinking it would be him, because I heard him and his team put out a statement. And they were saying that they're in work. They're part of that deal at the end. Like that third fight, potentially, they were saying they got dibs on that. I seen some where somebody from his team put that out, and it was basically like they got hands on that. And then another reason I feel like that is because who do Bob Arum love? Who is Bob Arum's favorite fighter, y'all? Who Bob Arum's favorite fighter, active fighter right now? Lomachenko. That's down there his stepson. So I feel like he's gonna try to get him the opportunity to become undisputed. I really do. I was thinking it was potentially going to slip him in here now, because he told them he'd be ready in the fall. And then you got Haney saying he'd be back in October. So those two things kind of lined up. And it's like, if he's actually coming back in the fall, who do you put Loma in there with? Because you know whoever they put him in there with, they want him to look good so he can stay in the ranking. So when they do try to push for him to get a shot at undisputed, he could, because they still got him on pound for pound list and shit like this. So my bad, Teach. I mixed emotion. I don't want to see the Cambo Devin fight on the flip side. If Devin gets through the whole contract, getting past Cambo again and past Loma, that's a huge feat. Yeah, it is. I think he could beat Loma too. It won't be easy, but I think he could beat Loma. Loma and Ryan, shit, they'd never do that, Jim. Hell no. They feel like, I guarantee you, they'd be scared to do that, Jim. They know it, because they feel like Ryan. They know Ryan to get smashed out. Yeah, they know he'll beat the hell out of what's the name? My bro Skills, man. Appreciate you in that cash app, Brody. Appreciate you, man. I almost ain't see that. My bad. Salute to my bro Skills in that cash app, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, they'd be scared to put him in there. Speaking of Conor Ben, because losing to Eubank do a lot of damage to him, especially if he gets beat up bad. I tell you, it'll be a blow to his career for sure if he get his ass beat bad. If he's to get his ass beat bad, it'll be a blow to his career. Definitely wouldn't be the end of it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all, far as us, we real supporters. That's why I don't call us fans. We're real supporters of the sport. So we support fighters win, lose, or draw, especially when they lost, challenging themselves, taking on a challenge, or, losing to a quality opponent, handling themselves like a fighter. Even if he did get his ass beat, it'd definitely be a blow to his career, but it wouldn't be the end. Yeah, Jim, that'd be shook. Beating Bob at his own game. Imagine the headlines. Facts, bro. Facts, Teach. Imagine the headlines. Demetrius Bright, salute, my bro. Appreciate you. Stop and feel. How you feeling, brother? Son in my ear, he want to play Grand Theft Auto. He ready to be a criminal. He woke up and chose violence. Teal versus Loma 2 for Haney belts. Yeah, man. Hey, I wouldn't mind seeing that rematch though, if they can make that happen, but I doubt it because Tio at 40 now, and I know Loma ain't never going to no 140. I know he ain't going to no 140. I don't think so. I think Loma capped out right where he at, and he lucky he been able to hang around there. That's because he has some skill. But he's not a big guy either, and I think he's smart to stay far away from 40 for the duration of his career. Loma better not never think about campaigning at 140 pounds. Somebody gonna smoke his ass up there. Conor got to fight Thurman. In my opinion, good test for both comeback for Thurman and to see where Conor at. Now that'd be a good fight. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing Conor and Thurman. Word up, that'd be a good measuring stick to see where both is at. To see what Keith Thurman has left and to see exactly where Conor Ben is in terms of like level. Because I think that's no doubt. If he fought to Keith Thurman, even this version of Keith Thurman would still be the best fighter that Conor Ben fought right now. My bro Kurt said Loma and who, Brody? On the flip side, if Ben knocks Eubanks out, how big of a star does he become when he returns to 47? It'll raise his profile some, but I don't think it'll make him no star. Because I think it's some people, I think the jury's still out. I think it'd be mixed opinions on Eubanks. And some of that, I think it'd be less about what he do in the ring and more about his personality. Some people don't like the way he, posture a lot and showboat or whatever it be he be doing in the ring. At the end, just like Shakur said, I beat Canelo, I beat the whole team. Imagine Dev says that to the camera, I beat you, Bob. Just thinking about it gives me chills. Yeah, man. Woo! Beat you at your own game, bro. Ben will win by decision against Thurman. I can see that. I also could see him stopping him too, potentially. Just depends on how early he able to have success against Keith and what kind of shape Keith Thurman really gonna be in. I don't like how Ryan called him shots with weight and everything he hasn't accomplished. Not like Canelo had said, he's a little kid. Yeah, and that's the thing. He's trying to call shots, Teach, because his ass ain't calling no shots. I don't know who he think he talking to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who he think he talking to. How they be saying it and be more. You know who he think he talking to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking to my boy Tank like that. Tank the shot caller, the cash cow, man. Where else could you get a free, unlimited naps, unlimited supply of melatonin dreams? You know what I mean? Melatonin movies and NyQuil naps, man. Where else? Who else giving that out like that? Aside from Wilder when he was sleeping everything. True, Thurman body is weak. Yeah. He on borrowed time. I say his body is not as weak as what people may say, because although he been hurt several times to the body, and we don't see him spit the mouthpiece out about at least 2 times being hurt to the body, he still ain't been dropped yet to the body, which is surprising. So, but I say he on borrowed time, yo. He ain't got too much longer to be spitting mouthpieces out running around the ring. We do what we do. Yeah, we do what we do. My bro G5 said, Cook, appreciate you, bro. I'm trying to. I appreciate you. And if y'all family, y'all could smash the like button for me. Man, we gonna keep it rolling. You know what I mean? And sub to my bro Daryl Adams, man. Everybody. Sub to the content creators. Sub to my bro G5 if y'all haven't, man. One of the dopest on this YouTube thing is AM Grind. It's crazy. For the family, for the new family in here, there go another dope content creator, G5. G5 Gabe, man. Y'all subscribe to my bro. Do your boy Justin a favor. Subscribe to the Brody for me. Yeah, I'm okay. What you need? Right? Oh, sure. All right. God body salute, bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. Who you got in Thurman versus Lara? Yeah, I did hear that. We could talk about that. Did hear something about that. That'd be an interesting fight for Keith, but I want to know where would it take place, because Lara at 60. Would it be a catch weight? Because Lara, for those that don't know, that boy he at 60, if I'm not mistaken. Lara's at 60. So that my first question would be, what weight would it be at, God Body? What weight? Well, did they mention it? I did see that somewhere, but I ain't get into it, and I ain't see the weight if they mention one. He keep fighting for 140. He officially 140. I don't care. Get Regis on his ass. That's what I said, Fate. Regis, Gary Antoine. I mean, T.O. even at 40 now. That's a possibility down the line. You got Zapata. You got Matias. Man, you got some dogs, man. Keith Hunter over there. Throw him in there with Keith Hunter. Know what I'm saying? Throw Ryan in there with Keith Hunter. Keith Hunter will fight Ryan. They're going to fight to be made. Easy fight to make. Wilder versus Joe Joyce. How does it go? Respectfully, Joe Joyce tough as hell, but Wilder punching different, man. I think the worst thing you could ever do is be a guy that don't move your head off the line particularly well. Salute to my bro OTB for highlighting that. That's just something I pay attention to now. He don't move his head off the line. He's very stiff in there, and I think Wilder would be able to catch him early. I ain't saying he knocks him out for sure early, but I think he knocks Joe Joyce out at some point. Won't be Joe Joyce tough as hell, and he hit hard as hell, but he's slower. He's not as athletic, but he does have some sneaky athleticism in there. If you get what I'm saying, it's sneaky, it's subtle, but he has something to work with. You already know, Daryl. Salute, bro. Salute to you and the UK. Catch weight. That weight you said, Fake, probably at 55. I don't know. I don't like that fight for Thurman at 55. I don't know how you look there. My bro D Free, salute to my bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling, Brody? TWT in the building. Salute to my bro Skills in that Cash App one more time. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Ennis versus Speedy. I say let's have it. Let's give us all these fights, bro. I'm with it. But respectfully, Rashidi will I think he'd be the one that can take Boots some rounds professionally where we can see a good fight. I think ultimately, man, Boots is just a special generational talent. I truly believe that about him, and because of that, I do believe he'll be able to get Rashidi out of there. I truly do. In a competitive fight, though, not a blowout. I will give Rashidi that credit. I will say I don't think it'll be the way he been doing everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, because Rashidi's a real dog in there. Want him to call out Regis. He finna get pissed off. Ryan finna be shook at the face-off. Facts, y'all. Facts. Regis will have him uncomfortable the whole time. Yo, could y'all imagine a Ryan Garcia versus Regis pro-grade face-off, bro? Oh, my God. That shit'd be fucking comedy, bro. That shit'd be gold, bro. Thurman, a.k.a. DeBarge, trying to fight nobody. He had every chance to take over the division. He can show me something and get some of that boot smoke. Yeah, that's if he trying to get retired, Eric. Hey, E, if he trying to retire, then go ahead and fight Boots. Feel me, Alex. Skills, my bro D Free, Jay Gibson, my bros, Clarence, my bro. He said 140. So my thing, Ryan, if you don't get to call no shots, we know Tank at 35 still. So if you want to fight him, you got to bring your ass to 35, or you got to get that real smoke that's waiting for you at 40. They waiting for you to say you officially at 140. I bet you. Watch how they be on his ass if he say that. Joe Joyce most likely wins. Post Fury, before Fury, 100% NyQuil prescription. Yeah, I feel you, bro. That's reasonable, but I still got faith in him that he'll sleep his ass. I still think he'll get him. Long as he got that NyQuil. Long as he still punch a ton. I'll go with Wilder because of Joe Joyce's lack of defensive ability, you know what I'm saying, and lack of to get out of the way. Like, he's there to be hit, but you got to hit him and hit him hard. I think Ellis will win. You think Ellis will beat Boots? That's a good conversation, bro. You know I always welcome it. I appreciate you even adding that, D-Free. Appreciate my brodies. And Regis kind of has his side, so he's not finna step to him like he did with Fortuna. He going to be worried the whole night. He's going to be worried the whole night. And the difference is Regis can get to you. Regis is going to be able to get to you. Know what I'm saying? Unlike Fortuna, Regis is going to get to you. If Ryan wants respect in the boxing world, fight Regis. I knew it was coming. But T's or Gary Antoine, I said that too. Shout and salute, bro. Appreciate you to stop it through. I said that too, yo. That's what I'm saying, because I'm trying to, is he trying to tell us something by having his last two fights outside of 35, one at 139 and the other one at 40? You move further away from 35. So what is we really talking about? Are you a 140 pounder? Because there are some killers waiting for you. And Sheldon just mentioned, just to name a few. Sheldon just named Regis, Matias, Gary Antoine, just to name a few, you know? Feel me, E? Just to name a few, bro. Just want you to whip some ass on your way to the station. At least that would make me feel better. Yeah. Friday. Right out of Friday, bro. First to ever see go against Boots versus Speedy. I want to see the matchup. Let's see Boots up against another elite prospect. That's a fact. And that's why I appreciate D-Free comment, because if D-Free is on here, he's going to be able to logically tell you why he feel that way. He's not going to just be talking out his ass. He's going to get up here and logically break down why he feel like, you know what I mean, Rashidi will win. And that's why I fuck with bro. Regis probably finna talk shit during the fight because someone like Ryan dared to step in the ring with. Yeah, man, he'll be talking crazy to him the whole time. Yo, he'll be on Ryan's ass. He'll be on his bumper, bro. He would be on his ass the whole time. Fight Ramirez, fight Pedraza, right? Hey, Shelton, good one. Good one, because I know the Ramirez one might be a little more scary for him because Ramirez be, you know, trying to lead you in the dirt if he could. But Pedraza being more of a boxer, maybe he think he can knock Pedraza out. Get what I'm saying? Jose ain't been knocked out yet. So, you know, Pedraza got the one knockout loss against Tank. Maybe he'll feel more confident. And maybe that's a little story to get, hey, I fought a Tank opponent. Yeah, go ahead, get in there with Ballhead Pedraza, as my bro T be saying. Ballhead Pedraza, salute to my bro T too. Ballhead Pedraza might put some hands on, I'm telling you, I think Ballhead Pedraza put hands on Ryan right now. Kurt said Ryan Garcia is the biggest joke in boxing, who announces they're moving out of a weight class, then 5 minutes later collapse. Pedraza versus Tio could have fought. Yeah. But you know, they wanted to give Tio a lighter touch. They wanted to make sure he don't get left in the dirt. So they wanted to give him a lighter touch and get him in there with somebody that they feel confident he gonna beat. That's how I know he gonna beat Pedro Campa. Fucking fight Zepeda. You know they scared of that. Zepeda looking hot, man. Especially after the way he did what's the name? He did Josue. They don't wanna they ain't trying to get in there. My bro Kurt say, I give up. You give up on Ryan, yeah, man. Yeah. Don't try to build the excuse in the 140 thing, because you don't call no shots, and that's where you're gonna try to blur the lines at to make it seem like Tank ain't willing to fight you. He willing to fight you, but you don't get to call the terms, bro. You don't get to dictate the terms at all because you beat Fortuna, who already beat itself by not showing up in the best shape and being mentally checked out already before he even got in there. He came to get a bag, and that's what he got. He got a bag and another knockout loss to add under his belt. So, you're not convincing me that he actually tried to come in there and win. Like, you go to hell, miss me with that, bro. He didn't try to come win. They try to tune it in, did not show up, did not come to win, and he got his ass beat. Yeah, right. That's why I said that too, Shell. Now that's a possibility. Fight Tio now. You know what I'm saying? Full counter, my bro. Salute to you. Appreciate you sliding through. I appreciate you, my bro. How you feeling? How you feeling? I'm just sitting here chopping it up with the family about these fights last night. You know, I gave Ryan his credit, man. He looked good against Fortuna. He didn't get pushed out his comfort zone at all. And he didn't get pushed past the 6th round where you could start to see his weaknesses and deficiencies get exploited. If you want to see that, you're either going to have to push the pace early, get Ryan into the mid to later rounds, and then really see what he made of. Test his mettle then, because from 1 to 6, he fresh still, he's strong, he's fast. I say from 7 to 12, you got a different fighter. It'd be like a tell of two halves. And if you want to see those things get exploited, you got to be willing to either clip them early, give them something to worry about, or push the pace and force them to do things that he's not ready to do, or fight at an accelerated pace where it would test his gas tank. You will see by about round 7, especially 8, start to slow down just enough. And like I was saying earlier, once you slow down, your techniques start to suffer. Your punch placement lacks. Your decision making is not as crisp. Your reflexes is not as sharp. You slow down just enough to be hit more, and you already fight tall. Your chin in the air. You back up, pull out, straight back, chin in the air. We know you still ain't fixed that yet, but we ain't get to see that be exploited last night because Fortuna just didn't have nothing to offer really. What up, chat? Salute, Paul Counter. Appreciate you, my bro. I was just listening. Can't work in comment. No doubt, Kurt. Appreciate you for listening in while you're working, bro. Hopefully you having a good work day. Speedy is fast and powerful also. He's the only one that has the boxing ability to give Boots problems that could possibly hurt him in the fight because Boots gets hit, but it was against lesser fighters. Facts, D-Free. See what I'm saying about my bro? Now you can't, even if you disagree with what he's saying, you can't tell me that's not reasonable, that's not logical, and that doesn't make sense. That's what you can say. Yeah, you can disagree if you want to, but you can't say that's not logical, that don't make sense, and that's not within reason. Everything he said, you see what I'm saying? See how TWT roll. We don't just say anything. We can give you an educated explanation as to why we feel like the fighters swing a certain way. And that's all. It's not always about being right. It's being able to explain what you see and how you see it. And that's what he was able to do. Salute to my bro D-Free. Y'all sub to my bro D-Free too if y'all haven't, man. Appreciate anybody that's sub to the family. He another part of TWT, man. Y'all sub to my bro if y'all haven't. I appreciate all y'all in the building. He has a gas tank. Gas tank. David has a gas tank. Devin also. Ryan gets slapped after 6 rounds. See what I'm saying? Fate and just another one in the family. See what bro's saying? He's saying the same thing I'm saying. After 6, man, that is the magic number for him. That's the sweet spot. They got to take advantage of his gas tank and his chin up facts. And for starters, you attack the gas tank early by going to his body early, giving him something to think about. And so you go to that body, you try to deplete that gas tank, you give him something to think about, and then you get him to the mid to later rounds, and you start to wear on him. Then you start to take advantage of this natural fatigue, the technique lacking, the chin being in the air, him pulling straight backwards. Y'all give me a second. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I got my son real quick. My bad. I had to tend to the little man for a second. Yoda Wise crush my bro. Salute. Appreciate you sliding through. They got to snatch that body, and Tank is the one to do it. Facts. Go after his body, gas tank early. Deplete. That's what you do first. You know, he's going to be fresh early, so you focus on that body, and you establish your jab. You know what I mean? You disrupt his timing from time to time. Give him something to think about. As you disrupting this timing and, you picking at that gas tank, by the time you get to round 7, he's going to slow down significantly enough for him to be in line for certain shots that he wasn't in line for from them first 6 rounds. That's just what it is. And I don't want to hear Barrios is not on Ryan's level. He damn it. Well, it's tougher than him. Yeah, man. Miss me with that. Ain't no for sure it is. Since he at 140, shit, if Barrios was at 140, ain't no for sure he'd beat him. That's not no for sure win for Ryan Garcia. I say that all the time. That's why when they get the question and Tank resume, and I still ain't get the answer to that question. I asked that at least a week ago at this point or more. You know what I'm saying? For the people that's only for the people that be so harsh on Tank and his resume. And I said it before. You got Pedraza, Santa Cruz, and Barrios. Take 3 off anybody resume at 35 and tell me who got a better 3 than them 3. And mind you, Pedraza will beat some of these dudes right now. Pedraza will beat Cambosis right now. Ain't no for sure fact that Ryan Garcia beat Pedraza. Get what I'm saying? Especially in a boxing match. We all know if you picking Ryan to beat a Pedraza right now, it'd be by knockout. You wouldn't be picking him to outbox Pedraza because he damn sure ain't a better boxer. He's not more skillful and he's not a better boxer. He's not more polished than Pedraza. So that's why I say Pedraza beat some of these dudes right now. Especially like my bro T said, the bald head Pedraza. He'd get some of these dudes smoked right now. Barrios was young, undefeated, and the champ. And weak. Stop it. Barrios was young, undefeated, and the champ, and he weak. Yeah, oh yeah, that's what they be trying to. That's what they try to do, bro. He was weight drained. He's weight drained. Notice that weight drain shit ain't come up until he got stopped by Tank. Other than that, he was running through people at 140 and knocking their asses out. But you came in there and you was in there with a dog that bite was bigger than yours. You know what I'm saying? They say he was a weak champ. How about they get in there? Facts. And that's why I be saying, like, stop being overly critical of the resumes and shit like that. And that's what had brought me to my point, Fate, when I had said, like, since y'all keep questioning Tank resume, and I took those 3 names off, I still ain't have nobody be to take no other fighter at 35 and take 3 fighters off their resume that's comparable to those 3. Respectfully, like I ain't seen nobody do it. For the ones that critique Tank that heavily anyway. This conversation ain't for everybody that, you know, because everybody, you know, they know what it is. I like Barrios. I thought he was going to challenge Josh Taylor. That'd have been a solid fight because Barrios could fight. He really can. And I think people like might lose sight of that because he lost to Keith Thurman and Tank stopped him. But that's Tank punching like that. He still competed well. And he'd give a lot of these dudes a good fight. Mario Barrios would give a lot of these dudes a better fight than what people is leading on, bro. Call him Ryan Haney. That's another one. He don't want no smoke. He don't want no Devin Haney smoke, bro. He don't want no Dev Haney smoke. Did y'all hear what Rolly said? Rolly said something about, going to 47 or something because there ain't nobody at 40 for him or something. And who the hell he think he lying to? Just who in the hell, Rolly? Just who in the hell do you think you lying to when you try to convince the boxing world, especially us real ones, that it ain't nobody at 140 for you? When it was just somebody at 35 for you and you wore about 165 on fight night. If you don't get your ass on, it's somebody, you're right. It ain't nobody, because it ain't nobody's at 40. It's somebody's at 40. That's why he's saying, it ain't nobody's for you to fight at 40. Yeah, you said it right. You said it a little wrong, but I get that's what you were saying. It ain't nobody's at 40 for you to fight, so you would just go straight to 47. Yeah, all right. Yeah, it ain't nobody's. It's some somebodies and some killers and some dogs at 40. And they'll be waiting on your ass. No, Rolly, Fate, Rolly has said that Barrios the dog, but Tank just outsmarted him at it plan and stuck to it. Yeah, that's a fact. Rolly has said that about skipping up, jumping up, and saying ain't nobody at 40 for him. That's dude. The one thing I noticed with Tank Davis, he tends to start slow. If he does that with Ryan, and Ryan leads the cars, would it be too late for Tank to catch up? That's a good point, Anthony. What's good with you, bro? How you feeling? Appreciate you for stopping through. And again, I love logical conversation. That's just a real question. Like, if he starts slow, would he have the time to catch up? I think that the special thing about Tank, like, is it's not just the God-given power. It's the fact that he has the IQ and the boxing ability to match, to compete with his power. Whereas you can look at him as more of a threat than just being a power puncher. And I think like he has the kind of power that he don't have to be beating on you for all those rounds for it to feel like it. So it's like, if that were the case, I wouldn't be worried for him. And I think he would have the time to catch up. It's just a matter of him closing that distance and landing his shot. And I think he would. But I think the fact that he don't have to rely on the power is a plus for him. You know what I'm saying? Rolly versus Blair. Hey, bro, got body. Good fight, man. Rolly finna be a sacrificial lamb at 47. Yeah, if he even think about jumping Link, you already know it. You already had to say the word, my bro. I got you. Yeah, man. Yeah, Rolly did that, man. He trying to get hurt in there. Blair would beat him if he don't get caught. Yeah, if he don't get caught, if he could bounce around, be like a kangaroo. Barrios ain't no dog. AJ, appreciate you for sliding through. I don't know if I shouted you out already, AJ. What's good with you, bro? I'll say this. It all depends on what you mean by dog. You get what I'm saying? Because he only been stopped once. You get what I'm saying? So he got some bite in him. Let me say that. Let me phrase it that way. Barrios, he ain't gonna just get in there and lay down. You get what I'm saying? He gonna make you fight. Just like you seen it with Keith Thurman. He made Keith Thurman beat him up. You get what I'm saying? He made Keith Thurman beat him up. He ain't getting there and lay down. He just couldn't beat Keith Thurman. Rolly's beat Blyce T. He said Blyce T. You a fool, bro. DP, what's good? You on Blyce T. Shelton, what's good with it, bro?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, man. I watched the fight last night. It was a decent fight. I mean,
Chris was
what's the boy name? The guy you knocked out. He came in at 157, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 156, 157. Fortuna, right?
Nice and pudgy. You know what I'm saying? It was. I mean, come on, man. That dude, he pulled straight back with his arm out, chin in the air, no footwork. Don't move his head off center line.
My bro,
Tank gonna knock his head off, man. But you know, that's neither here nor there. My question is, why are you calling up a dude from 35 and you saying you never going back to 35? You fighting at 40 when you got a whole bunch of smoke at 40. I mean, this dude is just capped, man. I don't get what people don't see. You don't want no problems, man. It's a whole bunch of you said on national TV, I want respect in the boxing world. Okay, Regis. Gary Antoine. Motherfucking Pedraza. Got Matias up there.
Yeah.
You got motherfucking Ramirez up there. You got T.O. You got all kind of respect the game in the boxing world. Fight them dudes since you fighting at 40. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, yo.
Yeah. Nah, salute to my bro G5. Salute to my bro D Free. Salute to my bro Clarence DP. What's good with the family? Salute to TWT. What's good with y'all fellas? Now, Sheldon, you right on point. Y'all could cook on it, you know. Your family, we had to talk about it. Now, you right. I asked the question: is realistic? Like, is he trying to put us here 40-pounder now or what?
Man, fuck Ryan Garcia.
Damn.
He said he's staying at 40. He said he's staying at 40. He feels good at 40. He feels strong at 40. My whole thing is, you don't call out Tank because we already know Tank is not going to 40. He said he wasn't fighting at 40. Now, if Tank wants that fight, by all means, Tank can go there and take that fight. But you said you at 40. There's smoke at 40. Who the fuck are you going to fuck with at 40? I don't see him fucking with none of those guys. You got Brian Norman Jr. at 40.
Good fights.
You got all those guys up there at 40.
Yeah, that Pedraza fight would be a good one for him.
Yeah, it'll be a good fight. Me personally, I don't think he's gonna beat. I think that might be the only person out of all those guys at 40 that he might have a chance of beating.
I don't think he got a chance to beat Pedraza. I think Pedraza boxed his ears off.
Yeah, I think Pedraza got the skill set to be able to.
Pedraza might be able to outbox him, but the one thing I will say about Pedraza, he get lazy at point, and he was staying right there in front of him. In certain times in the fight, Pedraza was staying right there in front of him, so he will be there to get hit. So he might be able to catch Pedraza.
I say go ahead and put him in the ring with Tank. What's wrong with that? Let Tank get rid of him. Because as soon as he get rid of him, then
there's not a problem with Tank getting in the ring with him. Tank said he's not fighting at 140. So you going to 140 saying you want to fight with Tank, and everybody already knows Tank said he's not fighting at 140. You just out there, you just using Tank name as a clout.
And you see how subtle. You see how subtle they did it. You see how, Tank people get on his ass about missing weight that one time. But now you see this dude last 2 fights. They're a little slick with it. Instead of allowing him to miss the weight, they changed the contracted weight to something that where they knew he could make it. Because if you ask me, if he still was calling himself a lightweight up until this point, you miss weight too. It's just they covered it up different. You know what I'm saying? Now here you go. You subtly moved up to 140. You ain't make no official announcement, but you think you get to call the shots and get to call the cash cow up a division. Now I don't have a problem, but my only issue is you don't get to call the shots. And it's like, damn well he had 35. If he wanted to stay at 40, he would have stayed there after he beat Barrios. So you know what you're doing. And again, it looked like another form of clout chasing. You just try to do it in a more sneaky fashion. Then when he don't accept the fight, you could try to say he ducked you. Nah, we not going for that. We calling that shit out before you even try it, because we see what y'all trying to do. Get your big ass to 35 where you belong and go ahead and take that nap that you've been begging for. Go on ahead, because I want to see it. I think you tired, and I think he's sleepy. Go on ahead and get in there with Tank, but at 35. Other than that, announce your arrival at 140 and get that smoke that's definitely waiting there for you too.
Can I ask y'all something? Not to sound stupid. No. When the fuck did he go to 140? I'm just trying to figure out when the fuck did that happen?
At 9:37 last night.
Yeah, he ain't going to 140 last night. Mm-hmm. He ain't going to 140. He just trying to use that to see if he can drag Tank up there. And I don't care if it's at 140, 147, whatever. He's still going to sleep. Yeah. He's still going to sleep.
Same thing, DP.
He's still going to sleep.
The only thing that rubbed me the wrong way is the fact that you think you get to call any shots. Like, no. Right. You know that. And you know that.
You think Oscar you guys think Oscar's getting into Ryan's ear and doing that to just piss off Tank and Floyd? Because Oscar doesn't get along with Floyd.
It's probably, bro, because he's just like a clout chaser at this point. You're in a sport playing, you can't play. You can't play this shit, but you in here playing, and you gonna get hurt because you either at 35 or you at 40. If you at 40, exactly, you ain't bad, but you gotta understand there's some real smoke there, and you don't even need to be worried about Tank. There's some killers right there for you, and I know
there's some dudes up there. It's some dudes up there that'll be Tank. So.
You know what I'm saying?
For real. That's real shit. That's real shit.
There's some dudes up there at 40 that ain't going to be no fucking walk in the park for Tank whatsoever. But I just given his skill set mixed with the power, I ain't going to just for sure to say somebody beat him, but I ain't going to. I know real competition.
Hey, I don't care what nobody say, bro. Tank ain't beating Regis.
We got to see it. Let's see it.
Regis?
I don't think Tank. I
know the styles and the size and it's drastically different, so I understand that right off the bat. But I felt like Josh Taylor was Regis, and I know it could have went either way. I get it, but you get my point. So I felt like that too. I feel to say, let's see it. I know that.
Exactly.
I still want to see it. No, I would want to see it for sure. I just don't think Tank can beat it.
Oh man, Regis gonna come, man, and he a good fight for anybody. He gonna make that. He gonna make you fight. That's one thing.
Matias is a dog. Motherfucker Zapata is a dog. Motherfucking Ramirez is a dog.
And Tank is a dog too. And Tank is a dog too.
That's what I'm saying. There's dogs up there. Yeah. So you gonna be in your element.
All that is just more.
Barry Antoine is a motherfucking dog. So you gonna be in your element up there.
More good fights. That's all I say. You know what I'm saying? I always say this with Tank at the worst, he in a 50-50 fight. I'm going to always believe that until I see otherwise. I believe he being 50-50 at the worst. Like, you know what I'm saying? If something stacked up against him still with his skill set and what he got going on, I always say he in a 50-50. And
I agree. I'm not going to count Tank out against anybody.
Physically limited, like being shorter.
D-Free. Hey, D-Free. Hey, D-Free, do me a favor, D-Free. I want you to fly out to California. Go get Ryan Garcia. Bring him back to where you at. Whoop his ass down to the station. At least that'll make me feel better.
I go out to Cali. I'm not bringing his ass back to DC. I'm gonna beat the shit out of his ass like this.
Just do it simple and just get on his IG and fuck with him.
You too big, D Free. That's bullying, bro.
Like Ryan Garcia is the type of motherfucker. All I gotta do is clown his ass, and he'll start crying. You heard that motherfucker interview? He's talking about, I don't know why Canelo said that shit in the public. He could have just called me and we could have talked about behind scenes. He had to put that shit in the public. Let's shut your little crybaby ass up. Let's soft ass shit up.
The world is soft. The world is going soft.
I appreciate you for stopping through, Queen. How you feeling? In a damn minute. Your muscles, they got their muscles out on them. That's all right.
For me, I think
motherfucker Barbosa give Ryan some problems at 140.
You just don't work too hard over there on your birthday. Hell with
the thing is, though, man, we got to look at what's really going on, man. He's clout chasing, and we all know that. Now, take this fight. I say go ahead. If it was me, I say go ahead and make the fight. Get rid of him. Put him in the dirt. Get rid of him.
I gotta put a asterisk about the fight last night. Everybody was saying, "Oh, Ryan looked good. Ryan looked good in that." Y'all gotta understand, he's fighting somebody that's 135 pounds that's fighting at 140 for the first time in his career. And the man came in the fight at 157 pounds. That man was not in shape. He wasn't in shape. That's not the motherfucker Javier Fortuna that we used to see. He wasn't in shape.
No.
He was sitting there. He was sitting back, waiting to land a big punch. That's not how Fortuna fight.
Besides not being in shape, the referee. Besides not being in shape, the referee didn't allow Fortuna to fight dirty like he normally does too. Fortuna usually likes using headbutts and low blows and stuff like that. You really think that referee?
I'm not even worried about him trying to fight dirty because he didn't even try to fight dirty.
No, he didn't even try to fight.
He didn't even try to fight dirty. He didn't press the action until he got sat down the second time, and then he pressed the action, and he actually caught Ryan Garcia. He caught Ryan, and Ryan backed the fuck up and like, oh shit.
Sure did.
And that's when Ryan.
To be honest though, I don't think Tank ever fought a cab driver like that they be saying. I think, again, I'm gonna say this. Chris, you probably wasn't in here for it. If you think Tank resume is so bad, who at 35 got a better 3 opponents than Santa Cruz, Pedraza, and Barrios? And you feel free to chime in at any time.
Maybe Loma,
come up too if you wanted to, Chris.
Loma.
You family, so you could come on up, bro, if you wanted to.
Maybe Loma.
Loma don't have a better resume because you gotta look at the opponents. The two guys that y'all can put up there, y'all will put Rigondeaux and y'all will put Gary Russell. But he brought those guys up from their weight class to fight him. He didn't fight them in their respective weight class. Now Santa Cruz chose to move up to fight Tank Davis. Santa Cruz called out Tank Davis.
I don't think he fought no cab drivers. I think that's a little over.
Loma was calling out Gary Russell and Rigondeaux to move up. They didn't call Loma out.
Yeah, Gary Antoine got a good opponent coming up, solid opponent, and it's like, yeah, he got the one. I ain't gonna call him that's not no cab driver. Some of these dudes just be solid opponents. They be stepping stones. Like I always say, everybody can't be a world beater, but you know what I mean? I think Tank fought better opponents than people give him credit for. Now, are they the absolute top? Right off the bat is no. Well, we all know that, but none of them dudes fought each other either. So until that change, I don't really harp over what his resume is because none of them other dudes really can't compare yet anyway. And he could fight anybody and still fucking sell out a fucking arena. So it's like, at this point, it's not much to talk about until they all start mixing it up, not just Tank. That's what I always say, just to be even. Like they all gotta. I can't wait to. They're gonna have to, man. How else is they great?
Let me have that D Free right quick. Hey, D Free, wouldn't you rather Ellis to test himself a little bit against like a Butayev or something before you fight in the boots? Because that 50-second fight, that's not enough to gauge him on after that long layoff, bro.
No. I want if Ellis want to fight Boots, I want Boots to fight Ellis. I don't need to touch the
Exactly.
Now, it's a difference if you say Ellis trying to fight Bud Crawford or Keith Thurman or Earl Spence. Then Ellis might need to put some more work in. but he calling out Boots. Boots ain't been tested, just like Ellis ain't been tested.
Right.
If Ellis calling out any of those young guys, motherfucking Boots, Ellis, Brandon Lee, Connor Ben,
Virgil.
none of them young motherfuckers been tested. So if
What about
Ellis want to fight them,
what about a Virgil or a Stanionis? What about a Stanionis or a Virgil?
If you want to fight him, that's fine. He can fight him. Ain't none of those motherfuckers been tested. That is his test. That is his test. Fighting him, that's his test.
How about Stanionis versus Virgil?
That's a
good goddamn fight. That's a good fight.
Ellis got the speed and the power to offset any of those guys. He got the speed and the power to offset any of those guys. I mean, like we said, we know Boots is the goods. We could see that Boots has the skills. But I can see that Ellis has the skills as well. So I don't see Boots on another level from Ellis. I believe they roughly on the same level. It's just Boots might be a little bit more athletic. But Ellis is athletic as well. He might just be a little bit more athletic.
Well,
I agree, bro.
Taking your guys, taking your fandom of like Rashidi or Boots guys out between the three young guys. I'm taking my fandom of Virgil out of it too. Who do you think out of those three guys, who's the best overall?
Boots. I think Boots is. Ennis is
the best.
But I think that Rashidi got the skills to beat him.
You don't think Virgil has the skills? You guys don't think Virgil has the skills?
Anytime a man tell you that he want to wait 4 years to fight you, no, I don't think he has the skills.
And Virgil don't have no defense. Virgil lead with his face.
The man said he wanted to fight him in 4 years. So you answer that question for me.
Yeah. No, because this is. You know what that is for me? In my honest, I'm not defending Virgil or anything like that, but
right.
I get you, Chris. We be trying to tune Floyd out. He be pissing us off sometimes.
I feel you, bro.
Because how the hell Tank gonna really be great if you don't let him fight other great fighters? This ain't your career. Like, we get you want to make him the money, but I think he positioned Tank. Like, if he could sell fighting lesser competition, you already know it's going to take care of itself if he's fighting quality. So it's like you at the point where every time out he's going to make the money. So it can't just be about the money. It got to be about the people, because again, you asking people to pay for his fights. So that's going to always be problematic. That's the problem we having with Tank. I don't think Tank is scared to fight anybody. I don't think that. I just think under Floyd, he trying to take, the biggest bag and not really challenge his fighter. It's almost like you're not showing that you got the faith in him that you should have. And that's bullshit, because we all know the level Tank could compete at. That's why we expect the most from him. And I don't think that's not fair. That's not ragging on Tank. That's Floyd. We don't care about what his plans is. I like to listen to Tank when he's able to talk. Give me more Tank talking and less Floyd. Day, bro. And I like to hear and he speaks well. I don't really care.
You see, in my time, this is what we did. This is what I did. This nigga Floyd, unbelievable.
Comes to Boots.
And this is why for me, I think it would benefit both.
True, Ash.
I like Tank and I like Virgil and I like Munguia and stuff like that. This is why I say those three guys should leave their current promoters in Oscar and Floyd and go to like a Payman or an actual now Heyman or Lavera. Guys who know how to promote, because Oscar doesn't seem like he cares. He's being super protective of his fighters.
Good, bro. Appreciate you.
We live in an era where everybody want to protect their own, so there's no value in the loss. There's no value in the loss. So if he lose, then how you going to rebuild? You're taking money out of his pocket. So of course he's going to keep maneuvering him a certain way. But I'm gonna tell you, if he keep pressing Tank and he wants to fight Tank, now my question is Mayweather gonna throw him in the ring with Tank? I mean, Ryan. Because my thing is, if you keep talking about him, let him fight. Let him fight.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. If you want to fight Tank, and Tank say he's not going to 140, and you keep calling out Tank names, now it's on your ass to go to 135. You was just at 135. Ain't no, Tank, you got to come up to 140. No, nigga, you calling me out? Bring your ass down here. Bring your ass down here.
Exactly.
You calling me out? You're not calling out Ryan.
And me.
Exactly, D3.
Smoke and I were talking about this. They have these young fighters have the. Me and Smoke were talking about this. These young fighters have the Money Mayweather mentality before they get to Pretty Boy Floyd. Have that Pretty Boy Floyd mentality where Floyd fought everybody when he was younger. He got that Money Mayweather as he got older and stuff like that, where he was very selective of who he was fighting and stuff like that. So these
my bad, bro.
Yo,
my bad, Skills. What's good with you, bro?
What's going on?
Chilling.
Skills, what's up, my guy?
Class, what up? What's going on?
Chilling, man.
What's going on?
The whole thing with Floyd is Floyd is doing what's going to make him the most money. He's doing what's going to make him the most money. If he like, fuck it, I could put him in the motherfucking ring with a motherfucker that got a whole bunch of Mexican fans. He's doing pretty much the same thing that Bob Arum do. He's doing pretty much the same Bob Arum. He's putting them in there with people that got they got a big country behind them, and so he know that they're gonna come out and support their fighter because they from their country. See, that's the thing. When fighters are from other country, that country is gonna get behind that fighter, especially when they're in a big fight. That country is gonna get behind that fighter, and that's what Floyd and Leonard Ellaby is doing. They putting Tank in there with these Mexican fighters, with these European fighters that they know the country is going to get behind them because they in a big fight with Tank Davis. Now, they're not a big fight, but Tank Davis is a big fight. So that country is going to follow behind their fighter to support them to beat Tank Davis. So now we might not like the fight, but it's going to make a lot of money because that country is behind them. And that's what Bob Arum do. He know that he got a big Mexican fan base with his Mexican fighters, so that's why he tried to keep those Mexicans happy by getting them in championship fights and shit like that. That's why he tried to keep Valdez away from Shakur, because he wanted that Mexican dollar.
That's a hell of a point, bro. I understand what you're saying, like with that, but let's be. There's a difference between the Mexican American fans and the Mexican fans from Mexico. Ryan's a Mexican American, so I think the Mexican American fans are gonna get behind Ryan, but not the actual Mexican fans from Mexico, boxing fans. There's a different mentality in the fans in America for boxing.
I'm with you, Ash.
But I'm not even talking about Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is not even in the category because Ryan Garcia is at 140. So I'm not even worried about Ryan Garcia. I'm talking about these other fighters at 135.
I just used Ryan's name. I'm using Ryan's name as an example. He would get the Mexican American fans behind him, but he's not going to get the Mexican fans from Mexico behind him because their mentality in terms of boxing is completely different than the American fans. Like that. That's what I'm saying.
To a certain extent, because those Mexicans still like Oscar De La Hoya, so they're gonna support Ryan Garcia because of Oscar De La Hoya.
They don't give a shit about supporting sports.
You got a lot of those Mexican fan base that support Oscar De La Hoya, so they support whatever Oscar De La Hoya does. So Ryan Garcia is one of Oscar De La Hoya fighters, so they'll support him.
And this is where the U.S. needs to start putting more money into the amateurs. Our amateur system has died out, in my honest opinion. We don't have a good amateur system, and some of these trainers are arrogant. They think the American style is the best, when it seems like most of the fighters now, most of the champions are using the European style of fighting, like that very technical style in the mixture of the Mexican and technical style, the European style. So these American trainers are arrogant, thinking the American style is the top, the cream of the crop, when it really isn't. You guys agree?
I don't think they arrogant for thinking that. I just think they got a lot of history that to back up the reason they feel the way they do. I think what some people call as arrogance is mistaken confidence. Like, these people got confidence because they have like a body of work over the years that tell you that shit, who really at the top when it comes to body. And I remember Paulie said something like that about the Eastern Europeans dominating, and I thought that was nonsense because he couldn't even name five Eastern European fighters if he can name even 3 that was dominating. So I think it's I don't know, that's subjective to me, but I think the way they feel, I think it's mistaken for arrogance, but I think that's truly just being confident. And what I mean, like imagine what the other trainers feel. They probably feel like their style is superior. So it's like it'll go back and forth. But I think at the end of the day, when you got a body of work to kind of back your claims or the reason you might feel a certain way, I think that's where their confidence come from.
Yeah. Oh, so you're saying the track record is what it's not the arrogance, it's the confidence, is what you're saying, Just, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like in this sport, you got to be what some people might call overconfident, and I don't think it is. You just got to be really for sure yourself in a sport like this. I think in all facets, no matter what your participation level is, my bad, no matter what level you at, I think.
Yeah, and what I'm saying in terms of the style being dominant, I'm looking at the Olympics.
My bad, job.
The Americans haven't won a medal for a long time. It's always the Eastern Europeans
and again
that are winning the medals.
Yeah, again, like we all know, when it comes to them Olympics, and this is just being real, we got multiple examples to point from. The medals don't really determine. They don't have the same worth because you constantly getting jerked. You get what I'm saying? You got example after example of people getting jerked when it comes to the medals. So I think all that shit sort itself out once those fighters transition over to the pro game. Then you could see, you know what I mean? And I think you just look, shit, Floyd got jerked out of his medal. Look how good he was. I know he a one of one, but that's just an example of it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers getting jerked. And turning out to be much better. Like the guy that beat Floyd in the Olympics, nobody knows his name. The last time I heard that dude had like a boat or something. He was like a fisherman or some shit.
I thought Keyshawn got jerked, to be honest with you. I thought he won. That's just, people think differently. I thought Keyshawn won that shit.
But my whole thing with the Olympic judges, just like with the pro judges, those they a lot of them motherfuckers don't know what they're looking at. They just look at certain stuff and they hear the crowd roar because a nigga threw a big punch. But then when you looking at the punch that the motherfucker threw, it landed on the glove. It didn't hit him. It landed on the glove. But they gave him a point for that. Oh yeah, he landed that punch. No, the fuck he didn't. It landed on the glove. He didn't land that shit.
Shit, they did that shit last week in the Mark Mayonnaise fight. D3, he was missing all kind of shit. Man, was going crazy.
Ash. They all would work his ass in my opinion.
They did that shit with Mateo versus Gary Russell. When he had him in the corner. He had Gary Russell in the corner, threw that 5-punch combination and missed everything. These motherfuckers like, whoa! What are you screaming about?
Yeah, you could go back and watch it now. You could watch the highlights. Every time this dude threw a punch, they screamed. Dude was blocking, rolling, and even slipping. Like everything defensively you would need to do to avoid a punch, he was able to do that with one arm. And they was screaming and hollering. Like that's why I didn't respect Mark Magsayo. I didn't think he was that good. I'm like, yo, you couldn't assert yourself against a guy with one arm. Imagine what you're gonna do when somebody got two. There's no way I was picking him to win his next fight.
I told y'all right after that fight was over. I said Mark Maceo's not gonna hold that belt long. I knew he wasn't.
One and done, bro. One and done.
I think Ray Vargas is getting loose to Navarrete. I think Navarrete versus Ray Vargas happens next. In my honest opinion.
No, they trying to go. They want to fight Leo. They said his training, his team I said they loyalty to PBC and a lot of stuff like that. They not trying to fight now Red Tape. They trying to fight Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah, you guys really think
they're making a unification for Santa Cruz?
That'll be good. I mean, if you got a belt, why not go after it? I like it.
Oh, Ray Vargas.
Yeah, I don't mind it with Ray Vargas. I don't mind Ray Vargas getting a unification with Santa Cruz. I'm like, where the fuck was bitch ass Santa Cruz when Gary Russell was trying to fight you? When Gary Russell had your father hostage.
You know what it was. You know what it was, D-Free. You know what it was.
He did not. No, I like Santa Cruz, but he did not. And I repeat, he did not want that Gary Russell smoke.
But you know what, though, just the whole plan was to get Gary out the way.
I know.
And now that they quote unquote done that, now all these other fighters are coming out the woolwork. You know what I'm saying? Now they can go and make these fights.
Look how fast it caught back up to him. Karma bit their ass quick.
Hell yeah.
Spoiled them plans immediately.
Hell yeah.
Get your ass out of here with this next Pacquiao. Stop, bro. If y'all build him and marketed him as the next and only Mark Magsayo, I think you would be better off. You would put less pressure, which would then in return would had less expectation for this dude, and he would just be able to go in there and do what he do. But y'all force feeding this Manny Pacquiao shit, and y'all got this dude in the ring Euro stepping and trying to be a fucking Dollar General version of Pacquiao. It's fucked up what y'all doing. Just let him be him. He done read too many clippings. Y'all done said it too many times, and he really think he anything like Pacquiao. The only thing y'all got in common, I believe, is y'all from the Philippines. That's pretty much it, brother. That's it. That's where the buck stopped.
And y'all got Freddie Roach in this corner.
You do nothing like Pacquiao, bro. Nothing.
For me,
I won't hear about Mark Mateo for a while. Y'all not gonna hear about his ass for a while.
Absolutely, D-Free. That motherfucker gonna go back to selling surfboards on the fucking beach or some shit. Like, for real.
I know
he's not that good.
Happen, guys. I know this is never gonna happen, but the unification I want to see again to see if the guy destroys Warrington again is Lara versus Warrington to unify.
Orlando Lara is his name.
Mauricio.
Mauricio. Okay.
You know what I heard though? I heard Keith Thurman thinking about fighting the catchweight for Lara.
You talking about
Keith need work.
And that man, that'll be a thing. That's gonna be a dangerous fight for him, yo. Lara
moved work,
but he be striking.
Lara would stop Keith Thurman.
I want to see it.
Yo,
I want to see it, D-Free.
That shit'd be crazy, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I want to see it.
Lara great last fight too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep Pooh needs some work, man. Put him in the ring. Keep needs some work.
I just don't understand what's up with this nigga Keith Thurman. He ducking all this smoke at 147.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he Keith Thurman.
I want your guys' opinion to answer this opinion on this. Me and Smoke were talking about this on another panel, and I was saying the reason why you see some of these fighters struggle in the pros keeping weight or maintaining weight in general is because in the amateurs, they're combining multiple weight classes, and they're not really fighting in their natural weight when they get into the pros. That's why you guys see guys like Ryan and Tio struggling to make weight in the pros because they're not really fighting in their natural weight division at 135 when they get into the pros. They're like Tio and Ryan are natural maybe 147 fighters. When you look at them, that's how big they are. They're 147 fighters.
I don't think that's the problem. I don't think that's the problem. I think if they having problems making 135 pounds, is because they chose to fight at 135. Nobody said you got to go in and fight at 135. You come into the pros and you fight what division you want to fight in. They chose to fight at 135. So it's on the fighter. It has nothing to do with them fighting at combined weights in the amateurs. Those fighters chose to fight at 135. They could have came in and said, I'm fighting at 140. Or I'm coming in, I'm fighting at 147. They chose to fight at 135.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but for me, I think it'd be a lack of discipline and awareness.
It's a discipline. It's a discipline problem because
dedicated, yo. And too many of these dudes, they blow up in weight because they think they can eat what they want, and you can't do that. Like,
and Ryan Garcia, Ryan Garcia never had a problem making the weight. Ryan Garcia chose to put on a lot of muscle now.
Too, bro.
His last fight, he didn't have a problem making 135.
Respectfully, what camp did he start this shit in? What camp did he start doing this shit in?
And he still don't look good. He still don't look good. Like, he put on all this muscle, and I'm thinking this dude gonna come out and be a world beater, man. I'm like, to me, I thought the fight was already like, I thought he was gonna throw the fight anyway. And you know, when I saw it last night, I'm thinking they looking past this dude to try to see if they can get this Tank Davis Ryan Garcia fight. Now we would hope that Fortuna showed up and gave him a fight, but come on, man, y'all saw how that shit played out.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all saw how that shit played out, man. They looking for the big dollar.
I said it the whole time, yo. He could not come in there mentally not prepared and physically. He didn't check neither of those boxes. Fortuna let both of those boxes unchecked. It's no surprise as to why he got his ass beat the way he did. How you gonna come and rehydrate?
But to D Free's point, just do.
You just
when,
like
D Free made this point. When Ryan got popped that one time, what happened?
Yeah, he went to backing up because he did. I think
exactly.
But I'm not talking about the fighters that don't care about their weight. I'm talking about the fighters who, no matter how healthy or if they're doing the things correctly, they still look bigger. They still look bigger, too big for their weight class. No matter how disciplined they are, is what I'm saying.
See, I guess to that I would say, I mean, for those rare cases, because 9 times out of 10 or the most case when I hear about it, you know that don't be the case. They don't be crossing their T's and dotting their I's in terms of like nutrition and actually like having strength and conditioning coaches. Some of these dudes be saying that shit costs too much, and I can understand that. So I would say for the small cases or that percentage of people that really feel like they're doing everything right and still growing outside that, you know, big for that weight class, your body is naturally telling you to go up. I think that's the only thing that's, you know what I mean? And it's not trying to push you, but I think your body is telling you naturally, especially if you feel like you are crossing T's and dotting I's and you still coming out big, like, you know, and you doing it the healthy way and still being.
I'm gonna tell you like this: in the amateurs, most fighters don't work out the way they do when they go to the pros. They train to fight. They don't go out and do all this long road work and having 6 to 8 week camps and none of that stuff. They train to fight the next week. They're not out here working out. So they fight at their natural body weight when they in the amateurs. When they come into the pros, they drain themselves down to fight at a smaller weight class. Most guys, when they come into the pros, they don't fight at their natural weight class because they don't want to fight at their natural weight class. They in training, and now their training causes them to lose weight. And so they fight at a smaller weight class than they naturally will fight at because that's part of the training. It makes you lose weight.
Sometimes it be for money. The division might, you know, it might be a division.
Isn't that a detriment to the fighter in the long run?
No, I mean, not really. It all depends on the fighter.
Yeah.
It all depends on the fighter. If the fighter's going to train, the fighter's going to train. If the fighter's not going to train, then that's on the fighter.
I guess like one thing I could highlight, like we all know, like Spence, you know, he had some fights at 54, but ultimately he's been at 47 for the, you know, the bulk of his career. That's not even up for debate. But I think the people, like, I hear people criticize him, say weight bully, this and that. And I say this, how many times have he missed weight? That's an extreme level of fucking discipline to be able to stay at that weight that long and never miss weight. And I think even with him, you seen like he didn't have his strength and conditioning at one point. Like, you get what I'm saying? Having them fat camps and shit. He understood. It's like once he corrected those things, now look at that version of him. Looks so much better, healthier, like more effective, stronger. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, even with 17 months out the ring. So I think for these fighters that don't do that, that's not disciplined like that, it's going to show. And like I said, for the small cases that it don't apply to. I think your body just telling you take your ass up, man. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a perfect example. For me, I'm a David Benavidez fan. I think he's doing everything correctly. It's just his body is telling him naturally to move up to 140, 175 and
75.
Stuff. Huh?
175.
Yeah, 175 because he's too big already for 168 and stuff like that. So do you see that with Benavidez? Do you think he's doing everything right? It's just his body's naturally telling him to move up already?
To be honest with you, if he is doing everything right,
He probably outgrew that weight class.
Yeah, I'll say he just started. I don't think this was something like, I don't think he all the way had good habits all the way through. And I think if he do now, maybe that's why he able to make the weight a little bit easier. But yeah, naturally, I think yes, 175 will suit him at the end of the day, because no matter what he do after a certain point, his body is telling him it's going to be time to go up a weight class.
But y'all know what?
David Benavidez.
But y'all know what too?
He might get hurt faster. Facts, Ash. That's another problem too.
I think David Benavidez is just not. He's just not disciplined. He's just not disciplined.
Facts, Ash. Yep.
You know what, D Free? I get what y'all saying, but here's my thing, man. If we could look at a fighter in the ring and they got to fight and determine if they look sluggish or they just don't see themselves, then that's how I determine where you should be fighting at. David Benavidez look cool at 178. Now, you take somebody like Canelo, who just tried to move up to to fight Bivol.
75.
Exactly. So that shit didn't work out. So he need to take his ass back down and fight where he 160, 168.
I get what you saying. You saying if you make the weight and you get in there to fight and it affects your performance, then obviously you need to. But until it
didn't affect Canelo performance. It didn't affect Canelo performance of weight. It was just Bivol was a better fighter. That's all.
That's what I'm saying.
Canelo was a champion at 175, so that weight didn't affect him. It was just he was in there with a better fighter.
Absolutely, D Free. That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, you got to look at it like this too, dog. Is that he was a champion at 175, quote unquote. But the way he looked, his body structure, he did not belong in that ring with that man that night.
You know what?
I'm
I would say, if anything about the weight, I would say that's what you get for not properly acclimating and playing with your weight, jumping up and down, up and down. You get what I'm saying? Not allowing yourself to have a couple fights first and then fighting the top guy. Like I believe in respecting the weight classes, and like you said, if you look how Andre Ward went from 58 to 75 before he went at the Kovalev, he had a couple fights so his body could properly acclimate to that weight class. Then he went for the killer. I believe all that playing around with your weight is gonna come back to haunt you. That's why I just have a sneaky suspicion or a question that Triple G fight could be a little closer. Could his weight cut eventually catch up to him, playing with the weight? 1 minute you up, next minute you down. I just want to see, and I just know we've seen it with Roy, and what I'll say is Roy was way more athletic than Canelo is, and he gonna be 62 fights in when he fight Triple G. And again, he playing with his weight. He was just at 75. Now he back at 68. It's just a real question. Now maybe he might be cool there because that's where he belongs at 68. But it's still a question that's worth asking. Maria, salute. Appreciate you for stopping.
He should have kept his ass right down there. Plus you were 31, 32 years old. You can't be more fluctuating your weight like that. You got to stick to your weight class and and be there and respect the weight. That's all I'm saying.
And guys, is there certain fighters when you look at their body style, maybe they can't handle the weight, adding the weight correctly? Maybe like I'm gonna use a guy at 154, the Towering Inferno, Fundora. Do you think the reason why he doesn't move up and he stays at 144, 154 is because maybe his body structure can't handle adding the weight, even if he does it correctly? And stuff like that.
But that big dude, he clearly, I ain't saying he's struggling to make that weight, but he clearly could be a weight class or two up with no problem with that frame. But I don't know. With him, I just think I don't know. I think they stand there for a reason. I think they got advantages there at 54 because he definitely could go up if he wanted.
Yeah, and when I look at his body style, his body structure kind of reminds me a little bit of of Tommy Hearns, kind of where Tommy was very like thin, like he was very
wiry,
very wiry and stuff like that. Tommy was like that. That's why I always say he reminds me of Tommy in that sense. He doesn't fight like Tommy, but he's very wiry.
Frame. I know what you're saying. Yeah, and right now he young, so he probably could get it off as far as making a weight. He probably ain't killing himself at this point, but at some point, his body naturally gonna tell him to move up. And again, this Canelo, you gotta be like, I don't kill Canelo, but I just call a spade a spade. Like y'all say, he's small. He tried to be great by going up to 75. That was his second trip up there. He knew
his fault.
He tried to catch a dude that was inexperienced. Because he really let's state to this point, if he really was trying to be great, we all know who he would have took the most dangerous challenge in the division from the optics, at least what it looked like, who the most dangerous, and UFC better BF. And he didn't choose to fight him. He chose to fight Dimitri Bivol, who he probably thought his power wouldn't bother him. And he seen an inexperienced fighter that he had about 40-something fights over, and he went in there and it backfired. I don't think that was him trying to be great. I think that's manufactured greatness. Like being great wouldn't have been that. It would have been his first trip, if anything, him trying Kovalev. And that's why I just can't give him the credit because he fought there before. It just didn't work out for him.
What Bam is doing is daring to be great.
Yeah, Charlo can move up too. Charlo can move up. But again,
you can make the weight, you can fight. Fuck it.
Then, it's not. I don't have a problem with Canelo weight. It's just you jump in weight classes, and when you do it and it don't work out for you, you can't blame it on the weight because you've done it already. You've done it one time. It's just a different opponent, different time. I get all of that, but you did it before, so you don't get the same credit now. If you would have went from 68 to 75 and fought Dimitri Bivol first and lost, then I would have said you dared to be great. I would have leaned toward that. That statement would be more credible to me, but being that you've done it already, you try to pull a fast one. You went and fought a guy that nobody in the absolute boxing world was asking you to fight, and it just backfired.
You backfired.
Down there, you giving us another fight that nobody is asking for. What is it? 3 years after the fact? That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I don't hate on Canelo. I just call him out for his shit because you can't be the face of the sport, and you're not fighting the absolute best competition. Now, Bivol wasn't no cherry pick. But in my mind, they seen an inexperienced fighter that they tried to take advantage of, and they just wasn't able to do so.
He was the weakest of the best dudes.
And what Bam Rodriguez is doing is daring to be great because he's trying to unify 115, and then he's gonna go down.
I know. I forgot about the piece.
You say that again?
I think Bam is the one that's daring to be great. He's trying to unify 115, then go back down to 112 and unify that, become undisputed in 2 divisions at the same time. Bam Rodriguez, that's what you say is daring to be great.
No doubt, Maria.
Even if he loses, at least he tried.
Yeah. Bam is a bad boy, man. Bam, and I like the moves he making. Yeah, and it's just not to take from Canelo greatness, but I just know when they trying to manufacture it, and I know when it's happening organically. Like, you're not gonna force feed me with great when I'm sitting here fucking watching what you're doing. Like you sitting here, just think if Demetrius Andrade officially announced he's at 68, right? And Canelo steady fighting at that weight class. That'd be the 3rd weight class that they've been in at the same time. And you ain't fought this man yet. Nobody beat him. And you want to sit here and tell me about greatness when you got fights right in front of you that will give you the utmost credit and respect if you beat. Make no mistake about it. If you beat a Charlo right now, people will give you the utmost credit for it. Would be no excuse in the possible world that we could come up with as to why you beat Charlo. He ain't ready. None of the time. He owed none of that. If you fought Demetrius Andrade tomorrow, it would be no excuse in the world why people would make as to why you beat him. And this is my thing. When you talking about greatness, you really got fights right there that you can make where people would deem you damn near great for beating these dudes. You had to beat these dudes one time, and you will never have to hear about them again. And it's the fact that you've been avoiding these dudes that been in your weight class, multiple weight classes, and they lost that, telling me something. And I just can't rock with it. Bivol stops everyone from
And the funny thing is,
I don't think he stopped him, but he beat a lot of people.
Yeah. The fun with Canelo specifically, no.
I got you, Maria. Yeah, I said I made a video. I called it a cherry pick gone wrong, but I always said I don't think Canelo and his team used that terminology, but I think they definitely seen an inexperienced fighter in Bivol and went for it, and I just don't think it panned out. That's all. Bivol ain't no bum fighter.
Yeah, and for me, when it comes to Demetrius, he's been caught. Demetrius was calling out Morel and what's his name, Benavidez.
Yeah.
When he came up before he got injured and stuff like that. You guys with Demetrius, do you guys really think he has a chance of beating Morel or Benavidez? Like realistically, his power is not really going to translate to 168. Do you guys agree?
Who you say, Andre Power?
Yeah, Andre.
Yeah, I don't think his power. I think he has the kind of power. I think he'll always be able to get your respect. And I'm a firm believer that as long as you're able to get your opponent's respect, you would do all right in there, especially if you could box, especially like somebody like Andre. You know what I'm saying? And even at the way he act, like he usually drops people and end up off the hook. They hang around for whatever reason. But I don't think he devastating puncher at all. But I think he can always get your respect. You get what I'm saying? As long as he's able to do that, if he's unable to do that, then he's going to have some issues. But as long as he can make you respect his pop, he'd be all right because he can box his ass off. Charlo had fought Andre. They ain't fought because they still got issues that they can't get over. Like, as far as Charlo, like it seemed like they're unwilling to do business with him in any way, shape, or form. They don't want to make money with him or anything like that, which I disagree with. I don't get it. I felt like they should have been fought, but it ain't never too late. But I just don't see them changing their tune no time soon because they should fight each other. Everybody don't nobody, just like my brother Skills always say, shouldn't nobody be waiting around to fight Canelo. You get what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people are doing, sitting around. Yeah, I don't even hear what he said about Fundora. yeah. You stupid. yeah. So he don't gain no weight. He got his Z something going on, right? My bro, good with going on, right?
My bad, I'm feeding my face and shit.
Hey, Tampa Bay up 2-0.
Actually, hold on, my bad, coach. Hold on, my bad to do. My bad, all right.
It's all good.
I just, why you leave me in this motherfucker quick as hell?
Oh yeah, I knew you were ready. Yeah. I usually be slower on the trigger. I think I caught you ready.
That's good, man. I'm ready to y'all good. I heard y'all bring up David Morrell Jr. I thought I enjoyed the conversation. You
already know. You're more than welcome, bro. It was good with you, bro. My bad, Ash. I thought I had seen it. This one, right, Ash? And Pandora can't gain weight. It shouldn't be fighting. Fragile ass can't gain weight. They feeding Pandora paper.
Nah, Pandora said he can make 47, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to call protective services on his people if that boy make 47. I know that. Then he ain't eating. I don't care what they say. He ain't eating.
Right.
His ass make 47. He is not eating. Call them people on his people. Call them people on his people, man. Canelo don't change his fight for the style. Yes, that's where he will never beat Bivol. Yeah, he won't though. He won't. I doubt if he fight Bivol again. And the fact that he even saying that, I think he hyping his people up for a hoop dream. He ain't never fighting Bivol again. And I wouldn't be mad at him for not fighting him again. Like, that's not a fight I feel like, you got to go get that back, because I feel like that's another loss for him. I think the only thing he could not do is shoot his load early, and by him not throwing them power punches, it's going to allow Bivol to settle into his rhythm earlier. And by the time he start, if he try to conserve his energy and take that approach, I think by the time he start, he's going to be down the rounds, and that shit ain't going to work. Jay Gibson was good, my bro. Yeah, ass crazy. Yeah, if Fundora got it. If he can't keep weight on his bones, yeah, something ain't right, man. He got. He ain't eating. He ain't eating, Nash. He ain't eating. He made 47. We calling them people on his people. Just know, Fundora, I got you. You make 47, just say no more. That's already the red flag. I got you. You ain't gotta say nothing. Just make weight, and I got you. I'm calling them people on your people. Goddamn. Yeah, but somebody had brought up David Morrell. David Morrell Jr. Yeah, he tall as shit. He like 6'6", 6'7". Like what? Boy, that boy don't go. If he don't go dunk a basketball, he need to go dunk something. Go dunk some shit. Yeah, man. But I think last night card was decent, man. Ryan Garcia, he blitzed the hell out of Fortuna. He ain't play no games with him. But again, man, like after giving him his just due, come to critique. And I still ain't gonna slay him, but I know what I seen. And he throw every punch hard. Every punch got to be a fastball. I said that before. I forgot who I called that out on, the fighter that do that. And I'm like, I'm telling you now, they're gonna get in there with somebody that understands that they need to punch in between their punches and not be scared. And they're gonna cut their ass, man. I'm telling you, that's usually what happens. He throw every punch the same speed for the most part. He don't change the speed on none of his punches. It's like all or nothing with him, with Ryan Garcia. And that's where he gonna go wrong. I'm telling you, the same shit that he had success, the reason why he had success last night, that was a faded fighter. If I don't want to call him washed up, all right, well, he's faded. That's not the same Fortuna of the past. That's not him. You know what I mean? It worked against him. He didn't have nothing really for your ass, but somebody that do, I'm telling you, they're going to understand that they need to punch in between your punches and catch you. I'm telling you. They're trying to live in their privilege. They think they walk on water and can say some shit they ain't constant. I'm telling you, man. Somebody going to know. First time on this channel. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I don't know if you subscribe, Maria, but subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Appreciate you coming.
What are you talking about, one?
Yeah, that's one thing you're always gonna get over here. We're gonna always be respectful, especially of the ladies. Yeah, yeah. Say you wasn't fighting the old Fortuna. You're saying he wasn't fighting the old Fortuna, he was fighting an old Fortuna. Yeah. Yeah, facts. Yeah, A1. Yeah, man. That's exactly just what it was, man. And I said it like I kept saying before the fight. The two things he couldn't do was come in there mentally not coming to win and then be physically not ready for the fight or not be in the best shape possible. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying be in the best shape of your life every time out, but at least be in fighting shape for real. And you wasn't that. And Ryan handled your ass. And I ain't knocking him for the performance. I just ain't I ain't crazy enough to overstate that. You know what I'm saying? The win was what it was. Like, he showed you, Ryan showed you when somebody don't belong in there with him, he getting them up out of there. That's why I don't call him a bum. I just say he limited, and I question his drive, his hunger, the work ethic. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he got some skill and talent to work with. But if he continue to improve, you know what I'm saying, by putting the work in, then he could be dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I'm never picking him to beat a Tank Davis. I had to park my whip real quick and hop on these two motherfuckers yesterday. They was on. They had girls with them trying to show out. But they lights turned out. Oh, shit. That's what your T ain't know what you was talking about. He popped off. I got you, A1. I don't see why. I always question why do people fuck with the cool people, yo? Just you and your two babies. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You already know, bro. Hell no. We playing with them babies. We rock with A1 and his family and the family. Them babies, too. Hell no, we ain't playing. As long as you good over there, though, Brody. Appreciate you for stopping through, too. Appreciate my bro.
Yo, I'm still here with you, man. I'm still here with you, Just. I know.
Clans was good.
Look, I know I'm quiet. That's because I was in here doing my Sunday cleaning, but I still hear you, bro. What's goody though?
Yeah. Get them dishes too, Clarence. Take that garbage out now.
Yeah, man. I do the dishes. I take the garbage out. Do all that, man.
Me too. When I ain't being lazy. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I want to make sure my girl come home to the clean kitchen. I'll be like, let me tighten it up.
That's why me and you here, man. Same thing, bro.
You know it. Just a fan was goody, my bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling? You enjoyed them fights last night, bro? I'm still high right now about this shit.
I forgot it was Tahiri's birthday, yo. You know we supposed to pull up the jersey, man. I totally forgot, bro.
You know, from this dirt naps. Facts. I feel you, A1. Well, you know the family rocking with you, and we here, and hopefully your day, you know, get a little bit smoother for you.
Hey, A1, what's up, man? Everything good, A1?
A1, you already know. And I bet from Dura Games way and rehydrate like 165 or more. Fighting ain't gotta be Ash with 6'6", 6'7", wiry frame, Tower Inferno is the right thing.
How you 6'5" and 154 pounds? That's a walking toothpick.
I said that boy ain't eating. He ain't eating.
That boy ain't eating. Look, Fedora look like the type that get home and still ask his mother, "What's for dinner?"
Yo, you know what? Speaking of Fundora, you know what that make me think of? Because you know who we seen him in there with last. I seen Erickson Lubin sight in the gym, face looking held up, looking refreshed. Man, it was a good sight to see, yo. It was a good sight to see Erickson Lubin back hitting the bag, shaking loose, face looking held, looking fresh.
I respect him from that last fight.
Yeah, he coming back, man. I like Lubin, man. He gonna come back. I just think he fought this wrong fight too much of the time. Like he stayed there. Like I think once he got knocked down, he should have said, "You know what? Now I'm like, you know, I'm gonna make him earn it from here on out." Like sitting in the pocket with him like that, it was stupid to do it the whole fight. Just run around hot today, man. It's only 11
I think after this, Danny
you getting the shade when you can, in the AC when you can, A1. When you done doing your run around, my bro.
I think after July 30th, after the Danny Garcia fight, I think Lubin should meet the winner out of that.
oh yeah. You heard him? You heard him? He said he thought he was doing everything right. Yeah, he damn sure. He damn sure. Not him. Fundora, man. I don't know.
Ash is. You know what, Ash? You're special.
He just young, I think, now, Fundora, so he can get away with whatever, you know what I mean, he's not doing right this minute. Yeah.
Yo, Ash is stupid, yo.
You know, I can rock with her because she definitely got the perfect sense of humor. Yeah. She laugh at this shit. I don't be thinking people be catching. That's why it's funny. she be catching it too. She can't salute to Ashley again for being in my first live ever too.
Yeah. Come on,
Been my first. Salute to everybody and all the family still in the chat, hanging with your boy Just, man.
Yeah, we still in there. What up? What up?
Having a good
chop up.
Yeah, good chop up about Ryan. He had a solid performance last night. I can't lie. Let me
tell you one thing, Just. Let me tell you one thing though. Fortuna fought a stupid ass fight. And what made it even more stupid, right, was after he got knocked down, you get up and you start showboating. Who the fuck showboats after getting knocked down? Not just knocked down, but hit with a body shot. Like, that shit was just, man, you know what I'm saying? I could respect him more if he'd have went all out. Like, he did catch Ryan that one time, but it was like, come on, bro. You fought a stupid-ass fight.
Mm-hmm.
For the dumb fight. But
yeah,
I think Tank and Ryan, I can't say it'll happen. He seems to be more serious about it than ever, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah. I mean, now you keep saying it, but I just hope he don't try to use his 140 shit. That's why I had to come do this live. I had to call that shit out because I see it already. I see it. I see what you trying to do, bro. You gonna try to use 140 to be the reason why you ain't fight him. Nah, that's the next thing. Yeah, Ash, the best laughs I've been getting, I'm telling you, this last 7 months is some change been off YouTube.
He said, she said, Fortuna fat ass.
Yeah.
Hey, he a tuna. That man looked like a tuna sandwich last night.
Man, he did a number on Fortuna fish last night, bro.
Man, he opened about 5 cans of tuna last night.
I want to be clear. I'm not knocking him for his performance, yo, because
when he spit that mouthpiece out, when he spit that mouthpiece out, I knew he wanted no more smoke. The first time, it looked like he just dropped the mouthpiece. I think at that time when he got hit with that body shot, I believe he was trying to quit then.
I think honestly he was shaky the whole time. Like after the first knockdown, I think the body shot.
If you go back at the video and look at it, when he spit that mouthpiece out, he didn't want no parts then.
Yeah, right. What this dude was doing, man. I was like, man, you ain't coming to fight, boy. Your body all puffy, man. You ain't in no shape, bro. I might as well have fought Ryan and got that back.
That's just stupid.
I would have probably gave him more of a highlight reel knockout. You know what I'm saying? I might as well went in there and got that money. And I'd have been okay. Let me get that bag, and then definitely I'd have been you better fight Tank next. You know what I'm saying? Sleep me in front of these people. You definitely gotta fight Tank next. I'll start promoting that shit. You would think I'm getting a cut the way I be promoting Tank and Ryan next. So boy, I'll be on top of it, yo. I'm saying, you know, the thumbnail says it next. The next fight, 135 or 40. I want to know what's good. Like,
I'll be grateful. Put me in there with him. Shit.
Let me get that free bag from him.
I need that bag, man. Times it's hard out here for him.
And again, like with the flaws that I noticed is that the things that worked against him last night, it worked against Fortuna, and it's been working in his career thus far. You know what? He's 23-0, I believe now. With 19 knockouts, he should be something like that. So,
yo, what's this shit that I hear that Rolly is calling out Earl Spence? Is he out of his fucking mind?
I don't think it's necessarily a call out. I don't think that's what he's doing, but I think he mentioned Spence's name. I gotta go watch that clip. I think my brother has sent it to me and talked to me about it. He said something about skipping 140 because it ain't nobody there for him to fight, which is, you know, that's the biggest lie. That's one of the biggest lies.
Oh, that motherfucker can lie his ass off.
Yeah, then he says something about fighting Spence at 47, which would be career suicide. So either he's still suffering from some type of concussion from that Tank punch, and that knockout, or he's just really out of his mind. Like Ash said, I don't know what he on. I don't know why he in a rush to get himself hurt, but I think it was wise for him to chill.
That's his trainer. That's his trainer getting. That's his trainer. That's his trainer getting in his ear. Look, man, you could do it, man. Why not? You see what Mikey Garcia did, man. You can do it. Go up there and get you another bag, man. Why not? Go up there and do it.
Barking up the wrong tree.
Barking up the wrong tree, bro. You gonna go up there and get your ass demolished.
Yeah. Get his ass hurt fucking with Tank. I'm telling you. And again, like, I just want to be clear. I respected the performance from last night. Lamont Roach Jr. had a good performance against Angel Rodriguez. That was nice. He had a nice, complete performance. I like the way he fought. Alexis Rocha won, but he just didn't look in the best shape. To me, he didn't look as interested in that fight as he was with Blair Cobbs, maybe because Blair was talking so much and it fueled him up. But not only that, he looked in better shape against Blair Cobb than me. The way his body looked. I'd be paying attention to shit like that. And he might have made weight, but he looked different for this fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it was, but he just didn't look the same. I watched him call EJ name and call him out. It's about he really did call him out. Okay, EJ responded for saying some things don't need a response. Something wrong with Buddy.
Hey, I bet you Rolly was probably mad about when he saw that video where Earl saying, put his ass in the dirt.
He smashed the gas and let his ass crash full speed ahead. A1 want to see a dead body. All right, A1. All right, my bro. All I translated all that into A1 want to see a dead body.
Put his ass in the dirt.
I got hit for a little bit of money. So, yeah, he want to fight EJ for a little bit of money. Oh, my God. The troll. Oh, yeah, he got a troll, right? Because he really is a troll, though. EJ know how to respond and not respond at the same time. When he respond, he make it count. It could be the shortest shit, yeah. Remember that facts comment, boy, that fucked people up a couple weeks ago. Remember, Ash? A 5-letter word fucked them up from EJ. They had people mad. That motherfuckers feeling like, hey, they didn't know what
Put his ass in the dirt.
They didn't know what EJ was on.
Put his ass in the dirt.
It's in the fans. All he said was facts. They ain't know how to interpret that. And that's how crazy you are, because people be so guilty. I knew how to interpret it. He only co-signed it because he's saying pretty much anybody that was doing the clickbait and shit. That's what it was facts about. So how are y'all confused? Like, how didn't y'all know what he meant? He didn't mean nothing about his fans. He wasn't abandoning his fans. It wasn't directed towards his people, his supporters, none of that. That was simply directed at people that do clickbait material concerning him and Crawford when it coming to the fight. So all he was talking about, that's what that 5-letter word was about. That facts had people fucked up. If he'd have put an emoji, people would have probably died. Oh my God, did you see what EJ said? And somebody asked, what did he say? He said facts. He said it in all caps with an emoji. Like, I could just hear it now. Like, chill, bro.
Man, look.
It only applied to those people that move, like, irresponsibly and make up their own stories and shit like that. He wasn't a fan of that. Why should he be? We ain't a fan of that. We don't do that. So, I knew who he was talking to.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
This shit crazy. Rolly, Ryan, I need y'all to relax. Y'all doing too much. Relax.
I'm gonna get this to the 3-hour mark, then I'm gonna shut down. So we gotta.
Yes, sir. Let's get to it.
About 8
Jonesy, New York in the building. TWT, we in here. What's up?
I love my TWT family. I appreciate Ash for always coming through, showing love. Your boy had a hiccup, but I'm working right on through it.
I got something I want to tell the TWT family, but I could put it out here, or I could put it in the private chat, or I could do it in the meeting, man. But I came up with an idea for us. I think that'd be sweet.
Mm-hmm.
When we all come together, I'm gonna tell you, we need a street team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Well, anything. This is always gonna be my attitude towards this family that we got going on.
We need a street team.
Anything that's moving us forward or that's helping in any way, shape, or fashion in terms of this brand with people that I feel like that's another reason why I ain't stopped doing what I'm doing after this hiccup. Like, I feel like I got too many people that rock with me to stop doing what I'm doing because of that. So
listen, TWT is for life.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
for
fix
life.
it. Fix it, and I'm gonna push right on through it. You know what I mean? I always say it, go through it, get through it, get to it. It's in that order. That's just something I live by. So
can't get out of TWT. This is for life.
Shit, we don't need to. We just gonna continue building. You know what I'm
for
saying?
Life.
Keep enjoying this good boxing, and like I said, we had a solid card last night. Ain't bad at all. The zone put on a solid card.
Yeah.
Ryan did his thing, but again, let's see. I don't know if this fight is him subtly telling us that he's no longer at 35 and he's staying at 40. But again, if that's something that he's willing to explore, he got to understand there's some real killers at 40, bro. Not named Tank at 35. So if you truly want that fight, do what's right. You do what's necessary to make that fight. You don't try to use the fact that you fought at 40 to not make that fight. Like, nah, take your behind back to 35 where you belong. I mean, getting there with that killer.
So just, I want you to correct me if I'm wrong. So now we probably, if I'm not mistaken, we have 3 new people at 140. So I'm gonna run the names down. So one should be
Teofimo Lopez.
I believe Devin Haney's going, isn't he?
At some point, I believe he is, but I think he got some business.
Okay, so right now we have Teofimo and we have so-called Ryan.
That's what he's talking about.
Why don't we get a Ryan Garcia Teofimo in? You want smoke? You want smoke, Ryan?
Appreciate you. I be trying to keep them things. I be thinking those stand out. I know the impressions are the thumbnails, I believe. So They, they come from the thumbnail. So I always try to pick decent ones. And like, I noticed this Dose of Genius. I meant to tag them. I'm gonna go edit it and tag them because I be using some of these jokes that they be having with these fight posters that I be using be dope. Like the one I got now, them shits be dope. But I'll fix them up and I'll go, make them a thumbnail, add a little shit to it too.
Look at G50 greedy ass. Tomorrow we still here getting some barbecue. You ain't asked nobody if they were home.
My bro, appreciate you, ass. Yeah, man. My bro still hanging in the building too. Appreciate you.
Yeah, get some barbecue, man.
See on the post fight, yeah, man. He all right. You at 40? Hey, let's see it.
Yeah, that's what I said, Ash. That's why I was like, yeah, let's see it. You talking crazy, man. Ryan? Let's go.
That'll be a good fight, yo.
Hey. What if they make that fight? What if they make that fight here? You got to pull up, Just.
Man, they better not.
They make that fight in New York. You and Ash got to. Everybody that's on the East got to pull up.
Make this shit if they want to.
What you said? Make it if you want to.
I want to see it. Make this shit if you want.
Make it at the Garden. Make it at the Barclays. Just make it.
Just make it, baby. We're gonna support it. Just know
make it in Atlanta.
That's what we all about, man. That's what TWT is all about too. I think I can speak for us when I say that. We're about supporting boxing, not tearing boxing down. We support boxing. We don't just support fighters in boxing. We support all of boxing, all the good, everything that's good in boxing. That's what we stand for.
Did you see the video I did the other day? Just I did that about two days ago, I believe, maybe 3 days ago, when I made a video about supporting, man. Supporting is big, and that's what TWT is about, man. I did a video on that.
We're gonna show through example, man. We're gonna lead through example about what support really is, and it's gonna be consistent, organic, and it's gonna continue to grow. Like I said, man, I had an influx, so now I'm keeping a close eye. Every time I turn this on, I see some of these new people popping in here, so that's a plus. I'm gonna keep it rolling.
That's great. So when you come in,
I want to come back with, because I feel like I want to do another live later though. I wanted to
I'll tell you what, we're gonna do a live. Just how about that?
Hey man,
come over to the gram and we'll do some over there. Then we'll come back and go on your spot. Do it.
Yeah, man. Well, we could work it out, bro. Damn sure.
Ash, I'm sorry, I missed you and Quee yesterday. I was at a show, an amateur show. I wanted to catch their show and I missed it, man. I gotta look at the replay.
They was in there cooking. They was as usual, per usual, about support.
Yeah. I got to start going back and looking at it. Jay was good with you, my bro. J.A. was happy. J.A. Dixon, what's up, bro?
Sliding through. We was just sitting here wrapping up a good post-fight, live and potential Brian and Tank next, man. And I just want to see it if that's really what's on the menu. Other than that, he clout chasing my boy again, and that's weak, and I'm gonna fry his ass for it because we ain't letting him live. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. My bro said he live Wednesday. You'll have the exact time at the very latest. Facts. A1 matter, boy. I don't. You must miss my comment. I tried to write my number A1 so you could have took my number down, but it's on one of the comments. You'll have to go check your comments. If you respond to it, then I left it in the comments on one of my joints. I appreciate all y'all in the building with me, man. We just wrapping up.
Yeah.
And like again, man, there's always something to talk about. So if it's something quality, because I said this the other time, and I meant to come back and do another one for sure. But Clarence, if you want to do something over there on the gram, you got just let me know, and we'll make that happen too.
No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it before the day ends.
We rock always around the board, and I say reach out to Crush, see what Crush doing. Remember, because we already trying to get some chemistry flowing anyway, so we could do that. Yeah, I got you.
You know what? I'm gonna holler at Crush, because I wanna us to start doing that together. So yeah, definitely.
Hey, we're gonna straighten that situation out, and like I said,
A1 said. A1 said what?
No, he told me to hit him on the gram. I had told him I had left my number. He missed it though, but
he's on your A1. You on the gram? You got the same name on the gram?
Appreciate you for being here, Queen. I'll be through the next time y'all live. Always dope. Anybody that's still in here, if you ain't the family already, y'all subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the bro A1. G5 and the Queen Ashley. If y'all can for me, if y'all already ain't, I appreciate all y'all in the building, man. We just
sir, TWC, we all we got.
Me giving y'all in boxing is just do, because that's what I always do over here. And just do boxing. Man.
Just do. Giving people they just do.
Clarence, man. So you already know, just hit me and let me know what you trying to do. Hit Crush, and we gonna work that out. And I might
I'm gonna hit Crush.
What else? I might do a shorter one later too, man. So like I said, I might just schedule that now and get it out the way. Something else I wanted to cook on too, but I'm gonna set that up. But we're gonna still do what we doing. So just let me know.
Yeah, as soon as I finish cleaning up, I'll DM you and all, then I'll DM Crush to see what's up with him, and then because like I said, I'm already trying to get some chemistry going with us.
That's gonna happen naturally anyway, but we still want to get something done. So fuck it, I'm with it. Active on it, literally use it, get a hold of my people. Bet, bro. Jay Gibson, you already know, always supporting and holding me down.
Gibson, my guy,
my bro.
Well, Jay Gibson been around for a minute, man.
Hit you that time a couple weeks ago too. You had hit me, so I appreciate that, my bro.
Gibson been around for a minute, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate all y'all. Appreciate the family. We're gonna keep growing, man. Like I said, y'all got y'all boy to almost 6,000 subs, man. So I forgot. Maybe my live would be about that and whatever boxing we want to talk about. Maybe I'll do an appreciation live because that's just how how I like to do shit. You know what I'm saying? So I could see any new subscribers pop through. I can tell y'all that I appreciate all y'all getting me to almost 6K. I don't even know where the number at. It was at 59 something. So I know it's even higher at this point once I get off. I already know that for a fact. So I definitely appreciate y'all and that influx and y'all showing love to the channel. Like I said, I'll be 8 months in soon. And like I said, I'm almost at 6K. So I appreciate everybody. And now the goal is to get everybody to come together in here like a family so we can have the best boxing conversations on YouTube. That's what I'm aiming to do. I'm setting the bar high for myself because that's what I know I could reach. So I'm definitely gonna get there. I'm gonna get there with the help of these good people. And y'all remember, y'all not subscribers to me, y'all supporters and y'all family. Even if y'all ain't TWT family, y'all just do boxing family. So we're gonna keep rocking, we're gonna keep growing. Like I said, I appreciate all y'all getting me to that close to 6K, and maybe I'll do a live later and just appreciation live, man, and talk about the state of boxing, because I've been doing that too. That's something that I've been trying to make a little episode out of too. So maybe we'll do that a little later and cook on that. And as always, man, salute to my bro, man, that's always holding me down, hit me behind the scenes, showing love, checking on your bro. My bro G5, man. As always, Jay, I appreciate you, Jay. Appreciate you too, man. My bro 5. And you already know, be back later with another one, man. Because like I said, I think I'm gonna just do an appreciation joint and see if anybody else new come through. And salute the people as they do fall in. Any new
like, share, subscribe, y'all. That's the 3 words I gotta remember. Like, share, and subscribe.
Y'all, I hope y'all listening. And like I said, I'm gonna come back with another one later, man. For y'all. We gonna chop it up.
Yes, sir.
Y'all smash the like button for your boy on the way out. If y'all didn't, y'all stay tuned for the next one. Like I said, I appreciate y'all getting me to almost 6K. And we gonna keep growing, man. We're gonna keep getting it in. And I'll be back later. So salute to everybody in the chat and peace. Peace
out. Peace to the TWT family. Love y'all. One. Peace.